What's up and welcome to Around with the Boys podcast. On this show, we talk about life, sports, business, and all the cool shit in between. I'm your host, James Rackley. Along with me, as always, is my co-host,
Johnny Dunleavy.
Mr. Johnny Dunleavy. So sit back, relax, crack you a cold one, and enjoy the show.
What's up, fellas? How we doing?
What's up, big
Thank
Jeff?
y'all for joining me here. I appreciate it. I know it was a long hike, and appreciate y'all making the setup. Thank y'all.
Man, of course, bro, of course.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Around with the Boys. It's episode 38. We are joined today by the one and only Jeff Stokely Jr.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, guys. Seriously,
Living legend.
Thank y'all.
The living legend.
Been a long-time listener, and, cannot tell y'all how much I enjoy being a part of it.
Dude, I can't wait. We're going to have a great episode today. We are live on Twitch again, twitch.tv/AroundWTheBoys.
Mm-hmm.
Follow the socials, Instagram, Twitch, @AroundWTheBoys, and subscribe to the damn pod. Do it.
Yeah, man, and get on Twitch so you can chat and be along with the program.
Yeah, chime in. But today is all about Mr. Jeff here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I appreciate that. I don't know if I can take the whole load, but I appreciate it. Thank you again for coming.
How long have we known you, Jeff?
Man, James, I think I don't think I've known you longer than I've known John, but not by too much.
I met you my freshman year of high school.
I remember that. Yeah, freshman year.
Yeah, I knew you middle
I think
school.
you were fresh to the area at that point.
Yes,
too,
I'd
right?
only been here like a year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, by then.
You were one of those younger guys. Honestly, don't want to start out the podcast all soft, but dude, y'all's class below us. Just mad respect for y'all taking the reins and really living life to the fullest. Like, I feel like we did, and
you guys
mad respect
legends.
to what you guys have done with everything, man. Seriously,
Dude, appreciate it,
Yeah,
man.
we appreciate
honestly,
that.
all the way from the time, whenever you guys first graduated, and you were rapping. Whenever I first heard that, I was caught off guard. I'm like, James Rackley rapping.
Yeah.
But I could see how the artistic endeavor just kind of grabbed you, and you were into it at the time.
Yeah.
And John, with you with the DJ shit, y'all's crew, had a tone, had a vibe, and y'all rolled with it. It was very cool, man.
We tried to follow in the footsteps. You guys threw some insane parties. I will say that.
Yeah.
Which we had a good time then.
Well, that's what it was about back then, man.
For sure, man.
Living life.
That's why we had a lot to talk about.
last.
Rapping was, but I will say, I appreciate it, man. I'm just glad y'all y'all never were like haters. You get what I'm saying? You're like, what's up, man? This, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Like that was, and I apprecited that aspect of it. So I appreciate you saying that.
And
what was different and cool about Ashley is everybody was
Ditch
new.
the bottle, bro.
We didn't even have a daggum senior class at the time.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So it was everybody was kind of new, so we were all in it, especially the underclassmen together.
Yeah.
And y'all filled that role, we
Hell yeah.
couldn't throw any shade on you guys.
I'm not gonna lie though, that was a lot. I had a great time in high school.
Yeah,
I had a
awesome
blast.
fucking time, dude.
I had a blast, and I know y'all had a blast. We got some stories from high school,
shit,
but
dude, definitely.
I think what else is cool too, like 15 years later, we're all still
Yeah, we're still
tight.
chilling.
It's like we all stuck together, right? Like no one, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, just to my original note was what was interesting to hear, and what was cool about the podcast was just hearing that you guys were gonna make it happen. You wanted to do music, and you did it. You did it in a garage. I didn't know that shit. But that's cool to figure out how that actually happened, because it is unorthodox. It was different. And it's very cool to hear that, and the fact that you were actually doing shows and shit. I knew you were, but to hear y'all stories about how they went down.
Yeah,
cool.
it was
very cool.
Yeah, more larger parties, but yeah, we'll call them shows.
Nah. They were shows. They were shows for sure.
No, but that brings us here today now.
Yeah,
So-
definitely.
So you run Stokely
Stokely Development, yeah. So my background is definitely in real estate and land development with my father. I can remember being a little kid, and the developments that he was doing at the time was, 05, 07, a huge real estate bubble.
Right.
In hindsight, we can see what it was. But it was basically land assemblages where we go and purchase multiple properties that were contiguous, rezone the property, come out with a subdivision plot plan, and sell it to a contractor or build the houses ourselves. So I was in on those meetings as a youngster with my dad on negotiation on the properties, and I kind of saw as a young guy, what he was doing, and how, to me, how cool it was and interesting it was to see a raw piece of land have a vision for what you thought the highest and best use would be,
Yeah.
and actually seeing that project come to fruition.
Yeah.
So that's how I grew up. And once I graduated high school, Dad had I was at Cape Fear Community College at the time, and Dad had a big development going on in Brunswick County, where it was a land assemblage that I was with him when we purchased the properties. But he actually he cut out a few lots at the corner of that property where he actually let me build, general contract the houses myself, to get a real solid understanding of not only the construction of the building, but
And how old were you at that point?
probably 20.
I mean, that's a heavy load for 20 year
It
olds.
was heavy, and he was helping me at the time. I was only 20 years old, but
I mean, yeah, but still, like, for your dad to trust you like that,
yeah,
all right, man, here you go. Let's see it.
it was interesting, man.
Yeah.
It was really cool, and it got me hooked on what I said earlier: seeing a raw piece of land, having a vision, and seeing that all the way to fruition. Whether that's us building it or having somebody else build it.
Yeah. Like, what's the best way you can
Yeah.
maximize its profit in use for
Yeah.
that land? How'd your dad get into that?
So during that time, also, just to sum up what I'm doing at the current moment, that's how I grew up. Housing market took a complete shit
right.
Yeah.
in 2007.
Yeah.
And we diversified into niche markets. One of them was Advanced Air Solutions. Advanced Air Solutions is actually a licensed mold remediation company, as well as a full service heating and air company.
Yeah.
Here in southeastern North Carolina, there's extreme humidity.
Yeah.
And a lot of times the crawl spaces are going to have the ductwork in the crawl space where they sweat, rot, grow mold. So HVAC and mold are tied in our area.
Yeah.
And that is kind of...
Were y'all kind of the first to do that as a company to
We weren't the first. It was something that there were a few other national franchises, but we actually purchased this company from a local guy that came and started the company. And we saw how the business was ran on the back end.
Yeah.
And saw that there was room for improvement as well as room for expansion.
Yeah.
And, being a land developer during that housing bubble, it was, a blessing, definitely a blessing to be able to have a niche business like that to keep rolling.
No,
For sure.
So Advanced Air Solutions is one of them, mold remediation, HVAC. Most definitely my full-time job is Stokely Development, which is doing the same thing that I brought up earlier,
Right.
Yeah.
which is basically land assemblage, rezone, subdivide.
And that's like your passion.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I started out in single family, and the majority of our projects at the moment are multifamily apartments, condos, short-term rentals,
Gotcha.
that kind of thing.
Gotcha.
So that gives you a lot more room for artistic endeavor to figure out how you want that space, how you want that community to flow. And it's very interesting to me. I love it.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
I mean, the closest thing I've got to that is playing like Sims. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Sim
But,
City. Yeah, it's very...
I mean, that's badass stuff. And I mean, you've done well. I mean, we're in a new office building right now. Everything's on wheels in here, by the way.
Yeah, his trash can is
ladies
on
and gentlemen, everything's on
I
wheels.
need a trash can on wheels.
Oh, for sure. For
Facts.
sure. But what was
What
I
else
get
you
to?
got?
No, but also you tapped into the restaurant industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that came to us through land development. I mean, we had known about the property from the land over to the current restaurant, and it was a good time after the hurricane, whenever that location was damaged big time, for us to get in. We did get in with zero restaurant experience whatsoever.
Yeah.
And everybody that we knew in construction and land development said stay away from restaurants because they're a different animal. And
It's
I'll
a
tell
tough
you, we
business,
learned
man.
that.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
There was a major learn. So we purchased the property with the intention of having the option in the future, if necessary, to go vertical. There's a 90-foot height limit right there. It's in the Carolina Carolina Beach Business District.
Yeah.
So, and we're in land development. That's what we do. But the restaurant definitely has a place in our heart, man, because out of everything we've done, construction, building wise, nobody ever, it's not a big deal. The restaurant, though, everybody kind of knows about. It's more of a point in the community than anything else,
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's like a building that's like, you know, that's your little that's like your little getaway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you own that little oasis right there.
I'll tell you, James, John, no joke, man. Major learning curve there
Yeah.
at the restaurant. You know, the first year it was a lot more time invested by my father and I than what we had initially anticipated.
So what was the first major bugaboo?
I mean, you know, my job is most put me on the spot. My job is most definitely, you know,
No. I meant like for the restaurant.
managing the managers. Yes.
Yeah.
So that was the first hurdle, is just getting the managers in tune with what we're expecting, what the standard operation is. We have a great partner. You know, our partner, Rodney, is a U.S. Foods restaurant consultant. So what he does is go into restaurants and tell them how they're operating and
Good partner.
efficiently.
Good.
So from day one,
Good selection.
he helped us with the flow of the restaurant and the renovations,
Yeah.
how we should change everything. And he has a real solid grasp on core cost, is what they're called in the restaurant, which is basically labor plus materials, which is food.
Yeah.
cost.
And prime cost, excuse me. That's what it's called, prime cost.
Yeah.
But he had a real good grasp on that, and he knows how the restaurant should go. So he's been invaluable, you know.
So was he the? I mean, obviously, real detail oriented. Was he the one that like was talking about the ceilings, or was that y'all's little? I thought that was an interesting.
It was very
little tidbit.
obvious to anyone that went in there. We had brought up before the podcast started that we had to replace every single ceiling tile in that restaurant week one.
Damn.
And that was out of, you know, I guess lack of oversight, or, you know, we fucked up. We should have included a ceiling tile that didn't have the plastic veneer that one did, because with all the windows, all the hardwood floors, all the wood that we have in the restaurant, it was an echo chamber.
Yeah, and so tell people, like, because we have a lot of listeners that aren't even from the area; they're from everywhere. So like, you can drive your boat up there to this little spot.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Carolina Beach dockside. And that's what we aspire to being. You know, because they're most definitely center point of.
For those that don't know, it's called Stoked on the Water. It's in Carolina Beach.
Stoked on the Water is the old Harbor Masters, which has been there, you know, since the 70s. The building was built in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it was actually Gibby's after that with Brandon Mayo and their family, and they did it, and they wanted to get out of it, and you know, we got into it.
Yeah.
And Stoked Restaurant.
And so how long has it been now?
We had it 3 years now.
Hey.
3 years. And what's crazy, what was really nice about whenever we purchased it was the timing of it, you know, with the hurricane hitting us and us giving us the opportunity to open up the walls, reframe anything that had been rotten from the 70s. You know?
Sure.
on the salt water.
A little bit of residue.
It's built halfway over the waterway.
Right.
So, yeah.
No, that's an awesome. COVID, though.
Yeah.
What do you think? So which business endeavor do you think was like the most challenging during that? The restaurant?
Well, in you know, development, we don't have a ton of employees. You know, we have a bunch of subcontractors. So we can kind of compartmentalize our risk in that way. You know, with Advanced Air, I'm going to be honest, Advanced Air, we actually picked up a lot of COVID cleanings. We have products that we can actually sanitize different restaurants. We can sanitize homes. We can sanitize the HVAC system.
Right.
And, you know, kill COVID. The guys with Advanced Air, you know, it wasn't a huge deal. Those guys definitely got tested regularly. We you know, the way any business had to do through those months, asked them the questions that were necessary in the mornings and kept rolling. The restaurant was most definitely the most difficult. No question.
Yeah, I'd have to.
You know,
so how'd y'all run that?
Well, I've got to be honest. We were somewhat blessed to have not been completely closed down as long as the nightlife restaurants, the bars were, or restaurants that are more bar oriented. You know, I feel extremely blessed, and I feel like the way that Cooper and the government set everything up, they were kind of channeled to us at the time. We had the means to stay open. Yeah. And a lot of places weren't. So
yeah. Just do a lot of takeout.
It was a lot of takeout, but you know, a lot of PPE, a lot of personal protective equipment, cleaning the restaurant regularly, making sure our people were safe. And, you know, we weren't shut down for that long. In the very beginning, we were shut down for a couple of months, and we just took a very cautious direction.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I mean, to be able to survive that, You know, because like they always say, like a restaurant, your lifespan, if you make it through the first year or two,
Yeah.
like you're good.
That's what I was saying. When you said 3 years, I was like, well,
And like Florence,
you got the hurdle.
Yeah, so Florence hit like September 2018, right? And then you guys got in after that.
Yep. Right
And
after
then
that.
right
We're
after
actually
that.
under contract during that hurricane.
Shit.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
then you open, you survive
Yeah.
the first year, and then you have to shut down.
Yep.
And it's
Exactly.
like,
yeah.
I mean,
And the first year was a mess, you know. I mean, it's
yeah,
like I said, I'm being honest, it was a
Yeah.
learning curve to get everything
it's
in
hard.
line, man. To
Yeah.
get the food coming out the way we want it, presented right, to get the servers presenting the specials, the features the way we wanted. You know, I mean, no shade on anybody. It's just that's what it is, man.
No, yeah.
Hey,
For
look,
it to
dude.
run the way you want.
Yeah, you own something, you want it your way.
Yeah,
And
with
I-
our name on it. Goodness,
Yeah, I
man.
mean, like,
it's
period.
very personal.
You're
Yeah.
damn right. Like that's
Yeah.
I totally completely understand you there.
It's so much though. I mean, like, you know, I ran Moe's, which is not nearly the scale of what Stoked is, but it's a lot, dude. Like to get good management, and I mean, I was there 9.5 years total, managed for like 5.
And it's
I mean-
different than other businesses too. You know, I
It's-
mean,
it's
you
like-
can't have the same amount of responsibility, accountability. You know, I mean, it's different because
Mhm.
there's so many overlap
Yeah.
tasks with management. It's just it's very
And
different.
it's great. Like people don't realize, like, if one person, and this is even COVID related, like if they're sick and they call out, and now you're down a guy and it's slammed, like people are gonna think,
Not
well,
just that, John.
this restaurant
Who
sucks.
was that person with yesterday? Those
Yeah.
are the questions that employees ask, you know,
Yeah,
that are concerned about their health, which we are as well.
right.
Yeah.
But
You know?
but even just aside, just as a restaurant as a whole, right? You lose an employee, you can't fill that spot that night, and you're slammed.
Yeah.
Like that can reflect very badly because people who have never been there or they don't realize. Like I always give the restaurants the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the service is trash tonight. Well, like, well, maybe they're dealing with something you don't know, but people don't think like that, and it's like,
Yeah.
the restaurant industry is just insane.
Well, that's
So-
what I was gonna ask. Like, do y'all got plenty of help right now? Like, you know how a lot of restaurants like they don't have as much help. I mean, there's like Rucker John's is closed on Mondays.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen that, but like, you dealing with any of that kind of
Yeah,
stuff?
Mondays and Sundays, or they were.
Yeah.
They might have changed that.
Yeah,
now.
nah. You're still
You know, I'm just being 100% honest. In Advanced Air Solutions and Stokely Development and Stokely Construction, that's another arm that we have, which is smaller stuff. You know, we don't want to have any we don't want to have any employee turnover. We want to do everything that we can to make our employees feel appreciated, to make sure that they're happy with what they're
Yeah.
getting paid. They feel like what they're getting. And this is honestly, this is not blowing smoke, but if you want to have a successful business, in my opinion, you need to have the same people there for long periods of time, or
100%.
you're doing something incorrectly.
yeah,
100%.
for sure.
You know.
So
Like,
you
what-
didn't lose.
So we take that to heart, and we give not all of our employees, but most of management, you know, with tenure limits,
Mhm.
how long you've been there,
Yep.
the opportunity to buy into the company, you know, because we want them to have a real incentive for why they're working hard. Why you know, we ask them to do whatever we're asking them to do.
That's like when I research companies stock wise, right? There's a company called I think it's or a website called Glassdoor,
Yeah.
and basically it gives you like the behind the scenes of the company. And one of the two biggest factors is percentage of CEO approval and turnover rate.
Yep.
And if those are nice, then like, all right, people like working here. You know, I mean, those are huge factors. So definitely important. I mean, you guys seem like the amount of businesses you guys are.
Yeah, so
running
bottom
now,
line
it's
for
like-
y'all, like everybody came back.
Yeah, everybody came back, and you know, again, it's almost this is cliche, but honest to goodness, and my father does as well. We look at businesses like a team, like
Yeah.
a football team. You
Yeah.
know, somebody might not be the best in this position, but that doesn't mean that you know you need to get rid of them.
Right.
For obviously each situation is different, but you know, you want to see the best in people. You want to see their talents, and it's our job as managers to, you know, shape those people, coach those people, and give them the best shot at being good.
For sure.
Like,
No,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Speaking of football, your dad was one of the biggest actually football fans I know.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
I mean,
no
he
question.
was on the side. He was like the only father on the sideline, even after you left.
Yeah,
When I'm
yeah,
still there, my senior year, he's still on the sideline, and like there he is. But you guys, and you played on the team, I believe,
What?
the Bulldogs.
Yeah, the
I
Bulldogs.
want to
Oh,
talk.
yeah,
I want
oh,
to talk
yeah.
about
Oh,
the
yeah.
Bulldogs.
Oh, you're talking about Bulldogs? Yeah,
He
flag
was-
football.
He was
Yes.
a fan of that too, for sure. He was out there.
Dude, I used to come and watch the games, and he was
I think that people that hear the word flag football really don't give it the.
They think children.
Yeah, exactly. They think of it as little kids. Our league was full contact flag football. And pancake blocks distributed every game.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, you would see people getting fights. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Like it was serious. But the Bulldogs, man, like you guys were.
Yeah.
Look, I had the pleasure of playing on the Bulldogs for a while.
Good times, dude.
I didn't know shit about football because I played soccer my whole life.
You went out there and got it, bro.
Yeah, but these
And
like
there's
Jeff,
no
he's just
denying
so
that.
quick.
dude.
Well, Jeff just taught me how to, Jeff and a couple people were teaching me how to play the game because, like, I mean, I just watch it on TV and now and gamble on it. So, like, you know what I mean. But anyway, dude, so I mean, it was fun as shit, and honestly, dude, it just felt good to be on a team again.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
why.
so with you, man.
But you get what I'm saying? You called me and play, and I was like, I don't fucking. And dude, I just literally was out there for whatever, man. Just be hanging out, dude, and just.
When did you guys start that
fun as
team?
shit.
That was totally what it was about to me also.
Yeah.
It's just being a part of it. You grew up in teams.
Yeah.
Dude, you miss that
You
stuff
miss
when
that.
you
Oh, yeah.
get older.
100%.
You know, you have your businesses and stuff, but it's not like being on a sports team.
Dude,
where-
nothing compares because man, you're out there and like you said, you're getting physical. And
Yeah.
like, you know, it's
That was a whole extra facet that was added
Yeah.
whenever I brought you on. It was right about that same time.
Dude.
Whenever it went to the
I mean, I was just
8-man
like, whatever,
contact.
man. It was fun for me. I had a fucking blast, but
Yeah, we started that team. Okay, so Justin Anderson had seen a ad on Craigslist for Land Rover flag football. This was 07, 08, something like that.
Yeah.
And he asked, I was living with Griffin Keevitt and myself and Justin at the time. And he asked if we want to do it. We're like, absolutely, of course. Can't wait. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So we went out there. We got our asses beat. We were in A League. We were in C League. There's A, B, and C League.
Mhm.
It's very competitive. You know, I mean, whenever
Oh,
you think
yeah.
about New Hanover County, dude, this is one of the best states
Dude.
or one of the best counties in North Carolina for football. All those guys don't go to college. Some of them, you know, have to come back from college for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Right.
Or they graduate from college, played collegiate football, and they come back. All those guys are still wanting to do exactly what we just talked about, play on a team.
Yep.
And they're all going out there to play flag
And we had
football.
people coming in from different counties too.
So we got our asses beat with Land Rover, this team that we joined up with. The guy who started the team phased out, and it was me, Justin, and Griffin that were kind of running it at the
Yeah.
time. We kept rolling, changed the name of the Bulldogs because Justin had that Bulldog, Bentley. You remember that?
Bentley, rest in peace to Bentley. He just passed recently.
Yes, sir. Good dude, man. He's been all over the world. But anyways, we kept rolling with the team. We ended up picking up the best quarterback in the league, Wes, and ended up winning multiple championships. They kept winning. That's how it
Yeah,
went down.
but like that
It was
team's
fun.
been around. It's still around, right?
Yeah, still
I mean,
around.
you guys got full fledged.
They won
jerseys,
both championships
Oh
last
yeah,
year.
dude, we had nice jerseys.
full kit wanker.
Oh shit, son. Yeah.
Then beers in the parking lot, bud.
We had shorts. We had everything.
Oh yeah, you guys
we
had
were
it all.
set up.
Yeah.
Those were some sweet jerseys, weren't they, dude?
They were,
Sweet
man.
uniforms.
Hell yeah.
Is
dude.
Code still
I
playing
still
for that
got 'em.
team?
I don't think Code's with them anymore. I
He's
could
with a
be
different
wrong.
team.
I'm not 100% sure. I don't think Code's with them, but he's still playing out there.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
still getting it.
He's involved.
He's
For
fast.
sure.
He's fast as shit.
Dude, what
Cody
else?
was
Hey,
always crazy to see play, man, because he seems somewhat unassuming. I mean, he looks like he could be an athletic guy, but
yeah.
dude, he goes out there and jumps out the gym, dude, on the field. It's
He's,
wild.
he's
to
real
see.
smooth with it too, you know, like with his
Yeah.
his agility is smooth, you know, it's not choppy at all. But I was gonna say, man, like I think it'd be cool because we have some Irish football players that listen to the show, and
No way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they,
for
like,
sure.
they play American football in Dublin.
yeah,
Oh,
so it's
wow.
it's expanded out there, and so we're trying to get like some of these guys like on the show to interview them and shit. But they play like legit pads on football, you know. And so like one of the stories I wanted to tell you because like talk about his dad.
You're gonna fucking love this shit.
One of these dudes, one of the Irish guys' dads over there was the fucking tailback. He was in his mid 50s playing
Bro.
like legit ass
Bro,
tackle.
he started playing tackle football. He was 48.
Wow.
He
That's
won his
crazy,
first
man.
championship. He was 52. Played till he was 57 as the running back.
Honestly, this isn't news to me because I'm telling you, in the Bahamas down there, that they have a bunch of bartenders. We stay at the Atlantis. They have a bunch of bartenders that are the biggest fucking guys you've ever seen in your entire life.
Yeah.
And obviously, I'm going to bring up football whenever I see a giant dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey man, what were you doing growing up? 'Cause
Yeah.
good grief, you missed your calling if it wasn't. They play after they get out of school. They start playing football,
Yeah.
contact football, out of school, like 18 years old. That blew
Really?
my mind.
That's
Is it
crazy.
for like a head thing, or they
No,
just don't
it's-
have
it's
like
like
they don't
club
have like
football.
high school football? They probably don't have high school football.
I couldn't tell you why. You know, he didn't have a great answer for it. I guess, you know, football's an expensive sport. I guess. I
Yeah,
don't
all
know.
that's what this
Yeah.
guy was saying. He was like, "Yeah, man,
They're investing a lot of their money in like into training,
training,
like
to
getting
pay-
proper training and proper equipment
in Ireland.
in
yeah,
Ireland. Yeah, because we were like, yo, how can we watch?
Why? So they're doing it just for fun.
Because
Yeah.
they love it.
they just
There's a dude that has a blog over there. His name's Jimmy. Actually, he responded. We sent him koozies to Ireland.
Yeah.
He's got him out there.
Yeah.
And he does a blog, and his favorite team. It's not rugby. It's not soccer. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Wow.
And he
That's wild.
does a full college football blog from Dublin.
yeah. It's crazy because these cats are into it,
It's
man.
insane.
I was like, it's just funny, like watching, like seeing their footage,
Yeah.
and it's like, dude,
Yeah, we were chatting with the defensive end.
I'm curious how. So do y'all have international friends, or how are you guys gaining international followers?
dude, this is exactly how it happens. I just literally randomly click follow on Instagram and say, like, let's just say 10 out of 50 will like follow, and maybe 2 out of the 10 listen, and then there it is. That's
Wow.
that's why it's so spread out. Because I was like, dude, and Instagram's not even what it was. It used to be, man, you could just follow, and like get like thousands upon thousands. Now they've regulated the shit out of it.
Yeah, you can only follow X amount of people per
Yeah,
X amount of time.
Yeah, so it really hindered that. But like, dude, that's what I was doing. And then people just from all over the country, like in Alaska. And
I think we're up to like
That's so cool, man.
I think we're over like 20 countries now.
Wow.
Yeah, close.
We've had.
Have you
streams of-
contacted those people?
Nah, like some of them reach out, like
Yeah.
you know, like these Irish guys, but nah, you just sit there and listen. Like you see, like Czech Republic, like random shit, and like
Tell them to get in the chat. I would love to hear. You know,
Dude,
that's
like,
what I'm saying. Like I
how
want
they
to,
found us. what
and
they're
now,
doing.
dude, like think about it. You're
What's up, Ireland?
Yeah, yeah, for real though. But your computer right here, you have that little camera already on it. You could literally just interview somebody from
Yeah.
anywhere in the world. You don't even have to leave.
yeah.
You know, and that to me blows my fucking mind. And
Yeah. So their
I just-
season starts in March,
yep,
Wow.
which is cool.
yeah,
Good
yeah.
grief.
So we're gonna talk to them and just
But there also there's a couple of them over there that are really into like gambling on football and fantasy and all that. So we're gonna try to
Yeah.
get them on the show because that's gonna be fun.
yeah, and I'll get all into that.
Speaking of, we're
towards
trying to
the
do a Rounders League.
Yeah, so
Like a fantasy league?
yeah, so I'll talk about it when we get to it. But it's gonna be instead of a fantasy league, because we're gonna have. I mean, I already have over 10 people wanting to do it. It's gonna be a pick'em league,
Yeah,
so we can have 50 people in it.
Yeah.
and it'll be against the spread. You submit your picks, before the Thursday night game, and
Yeah.
then most points.
I was gonna ask what y'all's favorite bets were. I know y'all talk about sports betting.
I love it, dude. I can't get enough of it.
like what was our favorite?
So I mean, do you lean more towards an over under, or are you more on the spread, or
It just depends on the
do you ever do a
situation.
pick 10?
Like
Oh,
a
yeah,
like
dude.
a parlay.
Yeah,
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. You
those
always,
are I love.
always do.
Like
So my
for
little
fun,
brother,
right?
dude. My
Yeah.
little brother is the parlay king.
Yeah,
I love.
He's the dude.
Parlay.
Which, by the way, that baseball.
I'm more of an
parlay crapped
over
out.
under guy too.
in extra innings, relaxed by one pick.
Yeah,
man.
whatever, dude. Yeah, I love over under for sure.
I do too.
I think I will say I think the most fun thing to bet on is college basketball
Yes,
for sure, because I mean that's down to the wire a lot of times, and especially the over under in it. And
Yeah.
I mean, and that's real. I'm not gonna say easy, but it's good to live bet.
Yeah.
Like live betting on that is fun as fuck.
Yeah, and I would say it differs per sport. Like for
Yeah.
me,
Oh yeah, for sure.
like basketball, I'll do over unders with the spreads. Right, for football, if it's a parlay, I'm just taking straight money lines.
Yep.
But if it's a single, like I'll do right because like a money line could be like minus 220, and then you put 3 of those together, now you're plus 200 and you hit it.
Yeah.
Or you do a single bet for minus 110 on a spread, like whatever Niners minus 6.5 or whatever. And like so, my singles I'll go spread, but parlays are usually
You're a
money
Niners
line.
fan.
Yeah, they're over.
How'd
But
that
I love
happen?
betting soccer. So this is a funny story. My brother, back when we were really young,
Jerry Rice, Steve Young days.
Yeah. So did you have a Nintendo?
Yeah, how much older?
64.
No, regular.
How old is
Yeah.
Ryan?
He's 5 years older than me.
Yeah, so like so he got to see those grades.
Yeah.
So, Nintendo, the original Nintendo.
Yeah.
Tecmo Bowl.
I'm old, dude.
Tecmo Bowl is probably hands down the greatest.
Techno Bowl. No. I'm not
Tecmo Bowl?
familiar
You never
with
played Tecmo Bowl?
that. No.
It's incredible. It's probably the best
NFL Blitz
football
dude.
game.
Come on.
Well, that's
Blitz.
NFL Blitz.
Blitz
is
was
the best.
That's
fucking
fun. Like Madden
awesome.
Madden can fuck off. Like I'm not fucking with Madden.
What about? Yeah.
But anyway, so my mom's best friend, her name was Terry Tully. She had 8 kids, and we would always be over there hanging. I mean, we lived a 5-minute bike ride from them in a small town in New Jersey. And my brother had a crush on one of her daughters, and she was like kind of a tomboy, but she loved Tecmo Bowl, and she was 2 years older than him, and she would be the Niners because of Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, John Taylor, Reggie Waters, you name it.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, if you like the Niners, then I'm going to like the Niners. So he started playing with her and like as a Niners. And then here I come as a little kid and my brother likes the Niners. So I'm going to like the Niners.
Yeah.
And it just stuck.
The Niners were a hell of a team on NFL Blitz. Got to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, they were the team of like the 80s and 90s, dude.
Yeah.
Like 5 Super Bowls in 20 years.
Man.
Pretty good.
It's fucking the Bills. How about the Bills in the 90s, man? Just couldn't get the job done.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. I'm a Redskins, Panthers guy, man. Or Washington team.
you fucking
Why
like.
are you watching? Well,
Honestly,
I guess
I'm a Dallas and
were you
Just
watching
because
team since before the Panthers?
The Panthers, man, there was no team. That's who
It was either
everybody
the
liked.
Falcons or the Redskins.
I was Dallas because my dad grew up Dallas. Like
Yeah.
what and
There's
that's
a lot of Dallas fans.
but that's
from
exactly
here,
what
too.
it's exactly what you said. There's no team.
Yeah.
And so and this was America's team, just to be clear.
you watch- yeah.
So like that's why he liked
No,
it.
there were a lot of Cowboys fans from here for sure.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I'll never forget like being a little kid playing backyard with fucking JD.
Oh my god!
And the
dude.
backyard football when like
A
that-
great guy. Shout out JD.
yeah, Diesel. He listens. But anyway, we were playing in the backyard. You could just hear my dad from inside, like just Emmett, because they just screaming from inside, and
Yeah.
like Mr. Carl and like because JD's dad was over, and man, we were hellions. Dude, me and JD got after it, dog. We had fucking like there were we only had an allotted amount of time we were allowed to hang out because otherwise we get in a fight by X amount
Oh
of
my
time.
god! Well, that's a good training partner, dude.
Yeah, oh, for sure, dude. We grew up rough housing, man, for sure.
Hey, so JD is marrying Emily and I.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was.
No, well, I
had done that.
I asked him. I said, "Have you ever done it?" He goes, "No." I said, "What would it take for me to convince you to get ordained?" He goes, "Nothing." And a week later, a week later, he sends me a picture and he had a certificate. Done.
No way, dude.
He did, yeah. So he's married,
That's
Dude,
wild.
I
man.
cannot
which is perfect because
wait.
like he's gonna be dressed to the T.
Oh yeah.
Right. He's already got.
He'll take it serious. He'll
And
do,
Alicia
he'll do a great
was
job.
like, dude, he spent hours like writing.
He's
His
gonna
thing
be
up,
he's
like-
gonna be dead ass with it.
and it's cool too because like he's a cop and a detective and whatnot. And, like my father, who passed away a few years ago, was a detective and a cop and everything. So it's kind of like a cool, like for me at least, connection. But he's gonna knock it out of the park.
He'll be really good.
Yeah, he's gonna be
Steve
good.
Nunez married me.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I remember that because I
Yeah.
remember him talking about it when he came over one time.
yeah. He had his. It wasn't an iPad. It was a Samsung tablet. But
Yeah.
John hates Samsung, dude.
Why?
Android suck, dude.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. So you said Apple. Okay, I see what you mean now. Yeah.
Well, I'm just like team Blue Text and like Apple as far as computers go, like I'm on Windows, right? But like,
Dude, I run all of my business shit. All of my schedule is run off Outlook. It's all off Microsoft.
yeah.
Because everybody in business, I'm sure at Megaport,
Listen,
man,
Microsoft Excel
everybody-
is the greatest program that's ever been invented.
How could you possibly conduct business without Excel?
You
It's
can't.
Not happening.
It's not happening.
I'm being dead serious.
Dude,
And
yeah, I
I'm
know.
not an Excel technician. I'm just saying.
And like Apple
impossible.
even realized it was like okay, and they bought
But all
licensing
my
for it.
personal shit, dude, everything that else, how could you even make an argument for anything that's not Apple? It's ridiculous to me. It really is. Whenever I see people, I just want to have the argument like, what are you doing, dude? What are you, what are you doing?
Nah, those people are just stubborn. That's what they
Dude,
are.
Dude, like my pops, dude, like rest in peace. But he could not stand Apple. Hated it. Oh,
Yeah.
they switched the charger so you pay more money. That's bullshit. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And he had this dumbass Samsung tablet, and I show up and I have my iPad, and he's like, "Oh yeah, let me show you something." And he like taps the icon, and it's just like I'm like, is it ever going to show up? I'm like, Dad, I grab my iPad. I'm like, ding, ding, ding. He's like, well, that's really fast. I was like, yeah, well, no shit. Like, yeah.
Now,
no.
I could see like somebody like my brother, super tech oriented. There are things that you can do on Android that you can't do on Apple. So I can understand somebody that's really tech oriented.
But exactly, it's right there because those are the people, and that's when I said stubborn people. It's the tech oriented people because there's a
my
guy.
brother's stubborn as hell.
Yeah. And they take it so personal, and it's like, bro, there's a guy I work with. He's like, he just says all this shit about the phone. I'm like, dude, I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, I hear you. I just want to call and text somebody.
That's it, dude.
Just leave me alone.
It's user friendly.
It's so user friendly.
That's the thing. Yeah.
To be able to like send photos and videos so quickly and just do things business wise, like Outlook app on it is just
like my mom.
Constantly fine. I'm always working. I'm always on the phone.
Microsoft Teams for video conference and stuff. It's all built into that.
Yeah.
The calendar is built into it.
Oh yeah, it's all integrated. It's awesome. But like, as I mean, you're always we're always doing something. And at Mega, I'm always my phone doesn't stop. Like,
no,
I've probably gotten like 30 emails since we started. But like,
super shout out to Megacorp, dude. Honestly, just mad respect. I'm telling you, if I wasn't right here doing this, I would be asking Mr. Legg for a job.
Well, you wouldn't have to. He would just give it to you.
Cool guy, Ryan Legg. What an incredibly successful, cool person.
Yes.
What a great environment culture he has built at Megacorp.
Yeah.
And I'm so interested in hearing, honestly, I'm surprised you don't talk about it more because it's an unorthodox work environment, I would say.
Yeah. So,
tell me if I'm wrong, but the way that I understand the way that Ryan is set up, that Ryan worked with my dad.
Yeah, so way back in the day,
90s,
right?
way back.
Right.
And Ryan went out and did his own thing and killed it, man.
So after he did that, right, he went back to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And they started TQL, which is like the third biggest broker. So we're a freight broker, right? We're a 3PL, third party logistics brokerage firm.
Mm-hmm.
And TQL is like the third biggest, if not maybe the first now. I don't know. The richest man in Ohio is the founder of TQL, who was the co-founder with Ryan, but Ryan sold out in 2003 and said, all right, 5-year non-compete, no big deal. Started Mega under his wife's name to get everything going about 2 years before it ended so that they were ready to hit the floor.
Yeah.
And then as soon as it ended, dude, it was on in 2008.
The way that he's described it to me before is that it's a competitive. He has a scoreboard like up on the wall, right?
Yeah, so there's a TV that has the numbers on. Yeah, so you can
TV
see exactly what
wall,
everybody's doing.
And he's maybe I'm speaking too far out there for him, but the way that I've heard it described about what he's doing over there is he hires competitive ex-athlete type guys that are gonna care about what's on that scoreboard, man.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting to me.
Like we have
how he's done it.
There's multiple. I mean, we have a former MLB pitcher, a former MLB second baseman.
Yeah.
We have numerous collegiate athletes. And then people who just, I came from pharmaceutical sales.
Yeah.
And I started on night dispatch, but which was great for me. And this was back in the day before we are 7 times busier now.
Yeah.
But it was such a great learning experience for me because I learned every aspect. I had no fucking clue what it was.
Truck brokerage was, yeah.
Yeah, like I left pharmaceuticals. I hadn't had a vacation in like
But you were a hustler.
8 years.
You were a hustler, dude.
I sold a bunch of stock and I said, I'm not working for 2 months, dude. I need a break. And I fished like all the time. Because Denny and Trey were working for Mega, but they were working nights.
Yeah.
And so they're like, yeah, you want to go? I'm like, hell yeah, I ain't got shit to do today. And then it got to the point where I was like, all right, I need to start figuring it out.
Yeah.
And Denny said, well, you can work night dispatch. And Trey said, dude, the sky's the limit. Like, once you get to days, and Trey's about to hit, in about 2 or 3 weeks, he's going to hit $1 million in brokerage.
Brother, I'm telling you, what also set it apart for me is, this is not a brag, but I went to, Ryan went to Mar-a-Lago with us.
Yep.
Trump's place.
Right.
We met Trump. It was crazy. Met Junior, met everybody.
Right.
I mean, literally there at the pool, nobody else. There was 15 people at the pool and 7 of them were Trump's family with my family. And Ryan was there.
That's crazy.
And Rouser. It was crazy.
Yeah.
My point is, whenever we went to lunch that
plane,
day,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My point is, whenever we were sitting there at lunch, I was asking him because I knew you guys worked there. Dude, he knew every single one of you guys. He knew where you were at in the scoreboard. He had anecdotes about Joe Deans, Trey, you, everybody. Mad respect, man.
He
you know,
does.
I mean, that guy's already done.
I mean, that says a lot.
But he just likes the
No,
he
for
likes
sure.
the exercise.
And like,
you know?
so I'll tell you, like 2 weeks ago, right? One of the carrier setup managers, so she vets all the carriers that run for us.
Yeah.
She sent an email out Friday, a week ago today, and was like, "Hey, the weather's not looking good tomorrow, and my son is turning 5. We're supposed to be having an outdoor party. I've called everywhere. Does anyone have any ideas?" He replies to the email. This is Friday at like 5:20. Reply all, which he didn't even know he did, and was like, "Hey Terry, call me. I'll just get you the surf club tomorrow."
Yeah,
like
it's the kind of guy.
it's the kind of guy. Like that's the CEO approval that
really cares, man.
That really cares. And I mean, in the pharma world, I'm a number. He don't.
Yeah,
the CEO. I shook his hand. I don't know how many times. He didn't know my name anytime.
Yep.
Ryan, remember the first time, and that was it. And like, I mean. Yeah,
because he's hiring guys like him. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I love everything about it, man. I love what he's done with his new building. I'm pissed we
That
didn't
shit's
build
nice.
it, but
yeah, no,
I'm just playing.
Monteith
I'm
beat y'all out
playing.
on that.
Monteith got it, man. We didn't even bid on it. I'm just playing.
Yeah, well, and they had, I mean, just that was a picky situation.
Yeah,
Very picky.
Yeah.
About a lot of things, but it's sick. I mean, I haven't been there. I tried to go back like a month ago, but
So what's the deal with? Are y'all working remotely?
so there's
everybody?
about 20 of us still remote. Yeah.
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 And that's out of choice, or
So it was out of choice, but about a month and a half, 2 months ago, I called the sales manager and I'm like, "Hey, dude, like, I know my desk was given up because we bought that back building too,
Yep.
right? So we're knocking down a bunch of walls after we just redid it to expand it to just be more of what we have in the main building.
Mhm.
And so we had to take night dispatch out. They took all the desks from people that were working from home. So I was like, I know I don't have my desk, but I'd like to come back. And he was like, dude,
have y'all seen
sorry. Like,
a reduction in numbers with everybody not being in the same location, looking at that scoreboard every day?
bro, no.
No,
We've gotten way
Because
busier.
y'all get like the email, don't you? Of like,
Bro, I can check the numbers right now. on
yeah,
my
like
phone.
this, it's accessible, so it's like
Yeah,
you know
no.
if you're a loser.
We,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah. You're
I
not
mean,
seeing that dude every day.
this is
though.
from a guy.
I mean,
Wait, yeah, for sure. But this is from a guy who's just sitting there. I've been watching him like work
So they
since
made
this shit happened, because we've been doing this, and he's like working during the show. You know,
Yeah.
da 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 da.
and like
I'm like-
they made people come back, like for sure. There were
Yeah.
people that, but when I tried to come back, he said, "I'm sorry, dude. Like you're on Leg's list," and I was like, "What does that mean?" He's like, "You're one of the 20 that he never has to worry about."
oh, I
So
see.
your desk is
Okay.
given up, and when the back building's done,
That's a good place
and
to
this-
be.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, I'm like, all right, well, I just like redid my entire home office to get a change, right? Because
Yeah.
after a year, you're like, God damn, I'm sick of this shit. But I redid it all, got a new desk and everything, and
Yeah,
now I'm like content. Like if I never have to go back, I'm cool with it.
yeah.
But at the same time, you still miss.
I
Like,
understand that.
there's days where like I have a couch in my office, and like I'll sit down on it and just be like,
I got an
like,
office
what,
at the house,
what
man,
everyone's doing.
but
you know?
I coming up here, sitting in between the screens here, that absolutely puts me in a mindset to grind more.
Yeah, I walk through that.
It
I walk
does.
through that doorway into the office though, like it's on.
I think it's it's like per individual.
Yep.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? Because
Totally
like when
agree.
my dad had to work from home because he works at Merrill for this whole time. They just went back June, but this man like every 2 or 3 months, like he would like switch somewhere else in the house because he could just his laptop doing this thing. But he would just get fucking bored of this one spot. Nobody's home,
Yeah,
so he just wanted like because he
see
first
something different.
yeah, just
Yeah.
like dude like wants you to go to him and like our dumb dog striker like just pissing him off.
And little Jack Russell with one
just,
eye, dude.
just barking like
Yeah,
crazy, like, and he's just.
But I will
So he
say
was
though,
going nuts.
it's nice because I have a work laptop and 2 monitors on a stand-up desk.
Yeah.
And then it's a big L desk, and then on the right side, I have my computer and my 2 monitors.
Stocks,
So, like,
sports.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and
Yeah.
this too, like
I
this.
hear you.
This is like a small blessing in disguise because it allows me during the day, especially like we record now, right? I'll get the video out and then we'll drop clips throughout the week. Like I can be like, all right, I got 20 minutes of downtime and just spin to the right
Yep.
and then work on this.
Yep.
Or do something, right? So
Who does y'all's video editing?
me,
Do you like that?
love it.
God, that shit's tough, man.
It's so
I had some home video stuff that I was looking at, trying to just get into it because I
Yeah.
wanted to do something myself. But it's definitely a learning curve there too, man. I mean,
right,
it's,
yeah.
and like trust me, I wish I had 4K cameras, right? Like we had $2 $30 webcams, right? And like a program I pay $50 for.
I'm about to say, yeah, and that's just like a simple.
It's like simple, and I like find myself like doing the photos that we use to post. like I just started really getting into that using Canva.
Yeah.
And, you know, like my fiance, Emily, is in Intracoastal for marketing. So she has Photoshop and everything. She used to do our stuff and was like, hey, listen, I'm just going to show you an easy program. But she does incredible work. And like, if I had my dream is to get nicer equipment because it's that interesting to me on just this basic shit.
Yeah, just one step at a time, dude.
One step at a
Do
time,
it all
but-
at once. You had all this stuff you had to get at once. So
Yeah,
I
but
get
like
it, man.
the behind the scenes shit to me though is almost just as interesting as like doing this.
Oh yeah,
Like I love it.
I hear you. I'm with you.
Yeah, 'cause there's a layer to everything. I mean, everything is customized. Like, so from when he's talking about like the little picture that pops up on your phone that you see episode whatever Stoked, you know, like, and that's custom everything. And
It's become interesting to me. I want to see what y'all are putting
Yeah.
on there. I
Which
love
reminds me,
it.
we got to
but
get
you know, because you never know, because a lot of times there's a little bit of comedy in the photo. You
Yeah.
know, like
For sure.
like my dad thought the one with what's his face's head on the top of his rocket.
Bezos.
Yeah, he thought-
yeah.
That was-
my dad. Listen,
episode
so
was
my
Just the
dad.
Tip,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's called Just the Tip, and my dad thought he about fell out. He had never heard that before. I guess like I don't
Yeah.
know, but like I said,
Well,
it's
it's just
called
funny
Just the
'cause
Tip.
his
And
rocket
dude,
was shaped like a dick, and like he barely
Yeah.
got into space.
and-
No, I heard it. I love
dude,
it.
You know what I mean? And like, God, dude. All
Yeah, shit like that. Like the creative aspect is very appealing to me. I guess is what.
right, so for all you viewers of the YouTube and Twitch, you're welcome.
look at that already pre-made.
My man pulls out a pre-made drink.
Play games, boys.
But while we're on that topic, I got to get a photo of you sitting in that chair, like from here, because that painting behind you.
Man,
I need you
come
to tell
on,
me
man.
about this.
So is this your like?
Man, that painting's actually something that my dad had whenever I was a little kid, man. That's why it's up there. I know it's a little gaudy, but it's just got some
official,
personal
like
to me.
Oh, but that's
you're the boss. Like people, when I take the picture, can't really see on the video, but the post photo, I'm gonna take it from right here, just you behind the desk with
yeah.
that fucking painting behind you.
Thank you, brother.
It's
Sentimental value back there, man.
Hey, but
That's
no,
why
but
got
I
it.
like that because everything in here. I mean, you got your dad on the.
That right there is actually whenever you cross the first bridge onto Harbor Island. That is my dad's first development in 1986.
really.
The Harbor Inn.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask, when did your dad get into all this?
That was his first development right there. It was 1986 with Jim Wallace. He was his partner, the owner. In
Oh
Chicago.
yeah.
Harbor Inn right there.
Jim's a great guy.
Do you know where that's at, right? Whenever you go over the
Oh, yeah.
first bridge, Ricel Beach, that first
Yeah.
one on the left.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, I know.
Yep.
That's
What's
crazy.
interesting about that
But it's
property is
expanded,
the way
like,
that we
big
set
time,
up the HOA covenants. It's actually set up as a condo-tel.
Yeah.
It gets complicated, but basically you can own the unit, and then there's a property manager downstairs that rents it out for you. So it's kind of like you own a hotel room.
That's right. It's
that's
it's
cool.
right before the second bridge, right, going to Stone Street.
Second bridge, excuse me. Yeah,
Yeah.
second bridge on the
Yeah,
harbor.
dude. I
Yeah.
jumped off that bridge with a girl one time, like after the beach bars, and we swam up under there. Didn't have shit, and like whoever lived there was it was a whole scene.
Oh, so that's
Yeah.
okay. So the
But
bridge
that's-
is right there next to it then.
Yes. That's
Yeah,
right
that's
on the
literally
second
right
bridge.
Yeah, that's
there.
like looking
On the
at
water.
like looking
Yeah.
at Jimmy's or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh shit!
Wow.
Wow. I didn't realize that was y'all's first thing.
Yeah. Well, I was
Well,
one,
his.
but
Yeah. Well, yeah. Senior.
him.
Senior's a great dude. I've had many.
Could have been like, it's cool. I know the builder.
So I'm curious on the with around the boys. Dude, I'm a layman. This is y'all's deal. But man, y'all go and do so much cool shit. To me, it would just be so cool to have maybe you wrap it into the podcast or maybe it's a vlog that's attached to it. But whenever y'all go out on the boat, instead of just having that one little 15-second, dude, I'd love to get, if you're editing it,
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
the whole deal, dude, the whole party.
Yeah, so
I
that-
would personally love to see that.
Yeah,
So that's in the works.
I got
So-
2 youngins, man. I'm at home. I'd love to
Yeah.
see y'all living it up.
Yeah, that's in the works. So yeah,
Be
so
cool,
The
man.
next investment for us, well, we're gonna do some merch, right? So I'll get to it then, but like the winner of the Pick'em League is gonna get like a whole merch box, right? So we're gonna get like the long sleeve like fishing shirts,
Mhm.
right? The hooded ones, and then pocket tees.
Yeah, those are sick, man.
Yeah,
We
so-
sell so many of them at the restaurant.
Yeah, and then we're
Yeah.
gonna do the pocket tees with the logo here.
Yeah.
and then we're designing, because we call our listeners the rounders,
Yeah.
right? So we have a logo that's in the works now, and that's gonna be like on the big on the back.
Yeah.
So
But in terms of what you're saying, the lifestyle stuff, like
the next purchase is a nice camera.
yeah,
Man.
but that's gonna be in the work because I mean, like your phone does it all. It's just be like, I don't know. It's kind of a pain in the ass to get like what you want.
Listen, if I had a nice $2,000-$3,000 Sony like DSLR, like,
Dude, you couldn't do it with a GoPro?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you could, but like it's
Couple GoPros.
I mean, you gotta charge the battery. Like, say if you leave places, I mean, like if you're setting up a certain thing, like if you're watching us play Polish horseshoes, or we have some camera. I don't know, dude. It just takes. You know what it takes? It takes that other person that you were talking about.
yeah,
Having another helper.
yeah. Like I would love, nothing.
Because if
more
you're
than
trying
that.
to get both of us on
Dude,
camera,
I bet Rob knows somebody.
yeah,
yeah, I mean, and that's fine, but like,
I think it would be cool.
I
Yeah.
I ain't gonna pay you right now. You know, it's like
yeah.
Well, what about
if you want to be
what about
involved,
some local sponsorships though, man? You know, just say, hey, we
Yes.
have this many viewers. We're going to keep working on it. You know,
Yeah.
We
I'll
actually
have
just
you as
discussed
unpaid sponsor for this amount of time. Once we hit that, threshold.
Yeah.
yeah, we were just talking about this, putting a media package together,
Yeah.
and from the research I've done is like you hit 50 episodes,
Yeah.
and we have not missed a week, right? This is episode 38. Haven't missed a week. November
Yeah.
20 something was like when we started,
Mhm.
and once we hit the 50, right, like year straight, and we had X amount of followers here, there, we're doing this video, the whole 9 yards. Like, hook us up with something, and we'll just slap your logo on all the videos,
Yeah.
and
Well, hey, hit me
do an
up.
ad
We'll do
read, whatever you want. Like, it's not a lot, and I know,
Sponsor an episode. Make it affordable. Just
Yeah.
yeah, it wouldn't even have
get
to be a
those
lot.
contacts, people that
Yeah.
are in your loop. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I will say that, like, now that we've got experience under the belt, it's gonna be a little bit easier to go and be like, all right, because we're starting to get a following, and that's the whole thing, man. You got to show the numbers.
Oh
right?
yeah. Yeah.
that shit is tough. Growing
What?
the numbers.
Growing the numbers.
This man right
themselves.
here has done everything for the Instagram, but like,
Yeah.
I mean, gosh, we're what are we at, like 1,400, I guess, right now,
13. but
13
whatever.
change.
Yeah.
But like, it's just such a grind. I mean, every day.
1,300
Followers.
subscribers. Yeah.
Like, we're
Yeah.
followers, not
Yeah.
subscribers. Nah.
How do you tally that whenever there's multiple streams? You have Instagram,
So,
you have
yeah, so-
YouTube, you have Spotify,
Yeah, so
you have
each
Twitch.
each platform has its own analytics. So I can go on. Well, I saw the other day. I think we're at like almost 100 subscribers on Spotify. We're well over almost 3,000 listens. No, more than that now.
Like in total.
In total, yeah. But then you go to Apple, and it's all separate, like Google Podcasts and everything. But we use Buzzsprout,
Yeah.
which is our main platform source. So we
Mhm.
upload into everything through Buzzsprout, hit publish, and within 30 minutes, it's on every single platform.
It just
Yeah.
distributes it to everywhere.
Yeah.
Because there's people that listen on like
It
Google-
sounds
Google-
super grassroots, right? I mean, you guys are doing it the right way. You have 1,300 subscribers right now of friends that are probably listening all the time. So
Yeah, I mean-
it's very grassroots.
Yeah.
That's connections, dude. I
Yeah.
mean, y'all
Yeah.
got it though. My point is, y'all
Yeah.
y'all are extremely professional, dude.
Yeah,
And I would love
Yeah,
to
like it started out as like
see y'all
something to do
interview
during COVID.
Sappho, see y'all interview
Well, that's the
Ryan,
thing. Yeah,
see
yeah.
y'all.
I would, and we want to get there, and especially now that I guess it has been slowing down. Now that COVID's starting to calm down a bit, we could like expand and do things and like show these lifestyle things. Like when we went to the Grizz concert the other day.
Yeah.
Like
That would have been the perfect.
yeah, exactly. It would have
Yeah.
been perfect, and it's just, and honestly, man, to be real with you, like having real jobs though too. I mean, you don't
Yeah.
have all the time in the world, and then sometimes you just got to chill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
So.
do.
Yeah.
So it's just all on top of it, but as long as you keep at it, it'll come.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
might be changing jobs here soon, so I can have more time to help
Hey
out.
man, I'm
Right.
enjoying the shit out of it. Y'all don't change a damn thing. These are just thoughts that I have because
No, yeah, it's all there. I
something,
mean,
man. It's something.
like,
I heard
and
that.
like I said, like it started during COVID. Like we needed something. He wanted something creative to do, and he's like, "Well, it's a buddy of ours actually put the idea in our heads."
Yeah,
And he's like, "Would you know how to do all the behind the scenes stuff?" And
he knows all the technology.
yeah,
Like,
all the technology shit.
but it's just like you said earlier. Like I'm one of them guys. I get it in my head. I can't like
yeah,
can't crowbar it out. Like it's in there, and I got to do it.
yeah.
So you said Emily's doing marketing for
Intercoastal.
Intercoastal.
Mhm,
So she's
Intercoastal.
right in that loop.
Yeah, which was great because like we started out doing it, and I'm like, well, like we're not just gonna post like some stupid photo.
Yeah.
And so we would tell her what we wanted, and 30 minutes later,
So
like,
she's just
boom.
doing the graphic design for the
She
marketing?
was, and then she taught him. How
She
to do
was,
it.
and then she taught me. So now the last like 20 episodes, I've done.
Yeah.
I've done
Yeah.
that. But for her, she's one of 3 people that. So she does strictly Intercoastal Realtors. Now there's like 500 of them.
Yeah.
And so she does like the mailing cards, or
Yeah.
But what she's gotten into is the social media aspect of it. So now realtor teams, right? Because like let's say there's one realtor who's just rich as hell, and they have 3 or 4 people under them selling houses. They all get a cut. That team will be like, hey, we're hiring you specifically, like exclusively. And so it's not included in her pay. She gets paid separate for it as like a 1099, but she can only work with Intracoastal Realtors. So
she has an exclusion for Intracoastal
because she is technically she's an employee of Intracoastal.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Right. Like she does the basic marketing and earns her salary and all that. But then on the side is working with bigger teams.
It's a talent, man. That's something that, a lot more people are getting into, but
she's
somebody that's
incredible at
not
it.
into it, video editing or graphic design is another world.
And like, she's all self-taught, I mean,
Wow.
so we started dating and she was working at Dragonflies, that like
I know
upscale gift shop,
Dragonflies,
right?
yeah.
And I was like, all right, well, this ain't gonna fly, type shit. And she's like, all right, I'll figure it out. And she put her 2 weeks in, and like her third to last day, a regular customer came in, and she's like, oh man, like I'm leaving. And she's like, oh, that's so sad. What are you doing? She's like, I haven't really figured it out yet. And she goes, oh, well, my husband is David Small, the head of marketing at Intracoastal, and got her there part-time to just help out. And they were like, well, wow, you're really good with a computer and you can learn this stuff pretty quickly. Like, we're going to go ahead and make you full-time.
Yeah.
So it was literally by luck. Shout out to David Small's wife. I mean, she
that is cool.
got her on, and now it is taking off. And so she's got some things planned for next year once we get through the wedding and whatnot. But yeah, the graphic design
Where
is
y'all
like,
doing it?
her parents'
wedding.
house.
Very cool, man.
Yeah, her parents have a real nice house in Windward Oaks across from Parsley.
Yeah.
Huge corner lot. So we're getting married in like the front side yard, and then the party's gonna be in the back, and they got a nice pool. And
that's awesome.
We're gonna try not to fall in the pool. That's what we're gonna try.
Yeah, but one of my brothers might jump in. But yeah,
that's gonna be
cool.
cool.
It's, like I keep telling you, it's just gonna be an upscale backyard party. I mean, we're gonna have like tailgate games out there. Obviously DJ, dance floor, and all that stuff. So
yeah,
I'm excited.
Man, very cool, dude.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Congrats, brother.
I appreciate that.
When is it?
November 6th.
Yeah, very nice, man.
Yeah,
it's a good time to do it, dude.
Yeah, it's not gonna be hot.
Wedding. My God.
Yeah, dude.
I would never ever put my friends through that.
Oh
Never.
man. And well, whenever you do it at the house, you got flexibility like that,
Oh yeah, dude. There's way less stress, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
I haven't been married, but I mean, shit, I could.
Yeah.
I've partaken.
Even with like having like the venue sorted out, and actually Megacorp is doing the catering.
No way, man.
Yeah. We met with the chef. He's doing.
How many people work at Megacorp?
Oh my God! Just our office, Wilmington?
Yeah.
Probably close to. We gotta be close to 180, 200 now.
Wow, no shit. Dude.
And Cincinnati's got another like $120.
Yeah.
Jacksonville, Florida's got like 20, 25.
Wow.
And then West Virginia's got like 30.
That's cool.
It's growing, dude. I mean, when I started, we were like
100. Is Wilmington one of the top producing locations?
The top producing location.
Yeah.
It's the headquarters. It's the biggest one. It's, people come here.
Yep.
But I've been to the Cincinnati office, and it is sick.
Who's the top few?
So number one's a guy named Matt Shadler. He does all of the Chobani yoga. Like HP Hood is the name of the parent company, but he does. Yeah, his team. So
that's truck brokerage, man.
He has six. He has
sales if there ever was sales.
He's got 6 people under him, and his team will bring home in their pockets probably close to $2 million this year.
Wow.
He'll do $5.5 million in brokerage. So he's number one.
Incredible. Guy
Named Nathan Garvey's number 2. He's down in Florida. One of his best friends runs like majority of the port produce, like inbound in Florida and then outbound to everywhere else.
Yeah,
dude kills it.
Wow.
Yeah, and like Ace. I mean, there's
anybody we know up there.
I mean, Trey. Yeah,
Trey's
about to hit $1 million.
Joe's up there too, right?
Yeah, Joe's doing very well.
Yeah.
But Trey.
Trey.
I remember the first day I started at Mega. Trey was training me, and he goes, "Bro, listen, just learn everything as fast as you can. And a year from now, we get to days." He said, "We're going to do $1 million in brokerage. We're going to be set for life, bro." Because he wanted to be an FBI agent.
Yeah.
And he found that company. He was like, "Fuck that shit."
Yeah.
And,
I can see him being real good at it.
Yeah. So Trey has 3 people under him. And
no shit, dude.
Yeah.
Damn, Trey, nice work, brother.
Yeah,
hey, Mr. Uverard.
Trey's been crushing it, but Trey, he's there every day. I mean, he works hard.
Yeah.
There's people now who are killing it there, but
are they cubicles or do you have like your own offices?
They're like big pods.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's like dividers, but
yeah,
it's very Wolf of Wall Street.
Guys, I'm sorry. Y'all going to hate me. I have to go to the bathroom.
No, you're good,
You're
bro.
fine,
'Cause
bro.
I got to piss too. I'm glad you said it.
Sorry.
You're good. We're just gonna cut it right there.
That was bad. Dude, I didn't have an option. I had to.
Yeah,
Oh,
good.
fine.
All right, so
Am I good?
yeah,
John?
we're good. We're
Great.
back. We're back at it now. We're all relieved.
Yeah.
Good.
Feeling
Sorry,
good now.
fellas.
No, it's cool.
No
we all had
option.
to do it. We all had no option.
You get a few drinks in you, you got to take a leak.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
Which
it.
reminds me
Yeah.
of a story back in high school with Mr.
Oh,
Jeff
shit.
Stokely.
Here we go.
His senior year, my junior year, we were
It's
in
not my
class.
favorite story, but okay, John.
Yeah, what? Yeah. Come on, man.
It's okay. Hey, no worries. Go ahead.
Because it's fucking hilarious. That's why. We are in Spanish class. Miss Bowden. Shout out to Miss Bowden.
Dude, Miss Bowden, you were the bomb. My
The
God,
bomb.
she was cool, man.
Helped a lot of us out.
A lot of us. And word starts getting around in the morning that you boys showed up a little tipsy. To just a class president, mind you. When I mean tipsy, his Suburban is like,
It was actually Spirit Week,
oh, that's what it
and
was.
we were dressed up in Halloween costumes.
That's it. And so they show up, and
Luke and Rylan were dressed as mice, I believe, something ridiculous.
Something
Like
ridiculous.
it was ridiculous.
And Jeff gets to class, and he's like bombed, right? And we're like, oh shit. He's like, dude, you gotta save me. He's like, you gotta save me, Dolly. You gotta save me. I was like, what do you mean save you? He's like, they're coming for me. So he fucking reeks of liquor. I take my sweatshirt off, and I'm like, well, wear my Ashley football sweatshirt. Maybe they won't smell it. And
You
he's
did.
like,
You did. I remember that
Yeah.
like it was yesterday, John.
yeah. And then
Dude, John covered me in that class so many times. Y'all have no idea. You were in 9th grade, dude. I was
No,
in 10th grade, right?
no, you were a senior. I thought.
Is that what
or
it was?
Junior.
Okay, could have been. I don't
Or
know.
you were a junior or something. I know I wasn't
you were,
a freshman.
You were younger.
I was younger. Yeah. I was a sophomore, probably a sophomore.
You saved me, brother.
And I was like, yeah, because I played football
Attempted.
sophomore. I played sophomore and senior years when I played.
Yeah.
And dude, I remember he's like, dude, I'm fucked. You know, I'm like, you're fine, dude. And Miss Bowden,
Oh, Miss Bowden
again,
was cool. She
she's
didn't.
the
She
shit.
didn't want to be involved.
She was
yeah.
trying to like, oh, I don't. He seems
They
fine to
called
me.
Luke and Rylan's name over the loudspeaker. Is what happened.
And that's when you were like,
Yep.
I'm like, okay, I'm fucked.
and then
Yep,
10 minutes
here it
later,
is.
dude, 10 minutes later,
I'm about
dude,
to be French fried.
on the door,
Fleck.
yeah, Fleck. He's like, Jeff.
And he was my buddy. He was my dad's buddy. We were all friends. So
Mr.
You
You
guys-
guys,
was like,
you
hey,
guys like
man.
ended up getting out of that.
yeah, I got out of it.
Yeah, of course.
But dude, I mean, honestly, that should have went a whole lot further south than what it did, and it was an epic mistake.
But an epic time.
But it was just what we were doing at the time. You know, I mean, it was.
I think that like really
living
set the
for the
tone.
moment,
Set the
dude.
tone. Like, yeah, next year we're gonna burn this motherfucker down.
Dude, I'll tell y'all a story that I've been thinking about telling. But hey, I had nothing to do with this.
Oh, that's the best story to tell, though, isn't it?
I had nothing to do with this, but I can remember hearing a story about a group of kids, a group of men that whenever Ashley High School was about to play Hoggard, I think it was junior year or something like that. And somebody drove their car back to Roland Grice, hopped the fence, and went the back way in. And Lord. Anyways, we let them know that we were there. Bad story. I'm gonna stop right here. I'm
All right.
I'm concerned.
Okay. Oh, well, then one of the funniest ones I know is I can't remember his name right now,
He said, "I'm stopped." Yeah.
dude. But it was when it was my junior year. No, excuse me. It might have been sophomore year, and because it was a home game. The band was out playing, this, that, and the other, and one of the Corys, his brother,
Corey Gray's brother.
and this other dude pull up on 4-wheelers outside of the football field because
Really?
those of y'all that never seen Ashley High School, it's like, you know, we have a decent little stadium, nice fence, and there's 2 fences, all right, and there's woods all behind it and a couple of retention ponds, and so we're all sitting there kind of before the game, and like the band's going. Actually, it might have been halftime, but the band's going, doing their
It
shit,
was
marching,
halftime.
and you hear these 4-wheelers, and you see the lights in the woods, and everybody's like, "Oh God, what is that?" They go off. All of a sudden, these 2 guys come jumping like butt naked,
Butt ass naked.
like jumping over one fence, boom, jumps over the next one, boom,
At Ashley?
at
At
Ashley.
Ashley.
And it's, dude, y'all, that's what I'm saying. Might have been halftime. Y'all
No,
might
he was probably in the
locker room
Yeah.
because these
It was
2
junior
dudes-
year because that's the year I didn't play.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they're running through the band, smacking kids on the ass.
Oh yeah, it was while the band was on the field, Jeff. Jeff, while the band was on the field doing their halftime performance.
Oh my God, dude!
Because I remember I was beside
butt naked with ski masks on.
I was beside Andy Jones' mom, and like you see the first guy come, he jumps because there's two fences. The first one's bigger than the second, and the dude falls over the over the first one, and then they get up and keep going, and they're literally like they took this one dude's trumpet and was like trying to do it.
They stole his
It was
equipment.
probably Bartlett's tuba.
Just like grabbed it and tried to play it, and then they were going because I'll never forget this one kid had the big drum. They had the big drum.
Yeah.
This dude was sitting there going dong dong, and this dude comes up behind him and smacks his ass so hard and just jumped out of his shit. And I was laughing. I mean, because this is like there's no iPhones, there's no video of this.
I was like trying to get a video on their flip phone and like good luck zooming in.
There's
like,
nobody's capturing this on film, and dude, that was the fun. And the cops scrambling after him, and these naked dudes like
and they run across the thing. They hop both fences back on the floor.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, somebody
so they were in.
Somebody told on
Yeah,
them.
Forest Lakes or something like that.
Yeah,
That's where Corey Gray lived. I can't remember his brother's name.
I can't either. But that shit was priceless. Like that was one memory that I'll never forget. And dude, I tell you, you know what else is funny? Speaking of like, you don't have the phones to film it. I was coaching. I was like 23 at the time, coaching soccer out there, and we were out there at Murray. So for those of y'all who don't know, these are fields away from the school, so kind of up. It's like kind of public fields. So I'm out there coaching, practicing. You know, it's hot as fuck in the middle of August. Next thing I know, one of the players is like, "What the fuck?" And you look over there, and it's a dude in a banana suit, a kid in a banana suit, and about 10 yards behind him is a kid in a gorilla suit. just chasing him, like running like 300 yards. And there's nobody there to film them. They didn't have like their group of friends waiting going, ha ha ha. No, these guys just did that.
Old school for them.
Yeah, for them, funny shit. And you could tell they were like probably in middle school because these guys would have known them, you know. But it was the funniest shit. Like,
God,
that's the one thing I miss about like back then, dude.
That's true, man. You did it just for the time, not for the post,
not for anything
People
else.
will never understand that ever.
They
again.
won't,
and we sound so old whenever we say that.
I know,
but it's true though. Like,
it is true.
Dude, one of the best parties we ever went to was the Halloween party at your house. And we showed up as the village people, bro.
Dude. Who was that? Was that Matt? Was that Matt who put that dude through the table by the?
Oh shit! I forgot about that. Oh my God! Who did he put through the table?
Some idiot, because he kept running his mouth.
He did. He choke slammed him.
Yeah,
through a table.
And everybody, I remember.
Dude,
I can't.
Don't fuck with Matt.
And all of us just laughing. That's
dude,
what you get.
We were crying because everybody was saying like, dude, you just chill
like,
out.
Oh, you need to chill, dude. Don't mess with him.
And then he just poked the wrong bear, and he
we
had
were
enough.
dressed as wrestlers. That's why.
Yes.
I was Stone Cold. He was Hulk Hogan. Matt Pye.
Yeah.
And Brandon was I think Sergeant Savage or something.
What, the Macho Man or some shit?
No, Levin was the
I can't remember what Levin was.
The assassin. I didn't watch.
I don't know, but that man, like, so Jeff had this house, like we were all there, man. And there's a pool out back, and like, dude, everything's
Epic
cool.
House,
Hot girls everywhere, all to see this man just get embarrassed as fuck through this table.
That was towards the end of the night too. Everybody was loose, ready to see a choke slam.
And we saw it.
Yeah,
I think it was through the beer pong table.
It was through the beer pong table.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Cause I was laughing so hard.
And
dude.
It was more than that, dude. They like tried to pinch his head off or something.
It
was bad.
It was something.
That guy
stupid.
was asking for it big time.
Yeah,
Oh
he was.
yeah, no. Like he deserved.
I was laughing because like, dude,
I totally forgot about that, James. Thank you for
for sure. It was fucking hilarious, man. Like,
dude,
you're in the wrong. Like, why would you? Hey, I got an idea. I'm gonna go to this party.
Dude, you know Matt Pye is not going to choke slam somebody unless it was 100% necessary.
warranted. Yeah,
like, exactly.
Yeah,
he's
thank you,
not,
Matt.
Yeah. But that shit was too funny, man.
But the Halloween parties though, that shit was fucking hilarious. And here I am in like this cut off like Indian shirt with these cut off jeans and like I was the Indian of the village people.
Yeah.
And I'm like dying laughing like, oh my God, this guy's.
It was good shit.
And we were up on the rooftop at the crib too. That shit
And then you had a bomb ass Halloween party
the Halloween
like a year
at the
or
Park
two
Ave,
later.
the Park Ave house.
Yeah,
That
that was
shit.
one of the first times I'd hung out with my wife, Paige.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, how about that?
Well,
Yeah,
you see,
how about that?
that house. That's two marriages that house did.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Oh my God. I have not even thought about this until you guys are sitting here. Do you remember I was hanging out with y'all on the front porch of that one night and some Mexican guy came up.
Oh yeah.
And I thought he had a knife because he was like coming up to us
Matt
with like
was
his
with-
hand
Matt
in his
was with
pocket.
us
You
again that
remember
night
that?
too,
And I
yeah.
was like, he's got a fucking knife, guys.
Nah, this man just
Bro,
wanted beer.
You remember that?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
He's
he
like-
just wanted to be. He was
he's like-
stumbling home drunk from Katie's.
Yeah, from
Yeah,
Katie's. Yeah.
yeah.
That's a little biker bar where it was. But Katie's little biker bar and grill. And this man said,
Dude, I was about this close from cracking that motherfucker.
Yeah.
From getting out of my chair and just
This dude-
taking one for the team.
this man, it was him and like some other guys like, y'all partying? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
And,
Who
like,
the fuck are
yeah.
you, bro?
And there was like 3 of them and probably 6 of us sitting on the front porch.
Like, why are you doing
yeah.
this?
Like,
It was
don't.
right there behind Moe's.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
we had the tiki torches out there. It was like a
Yeah,
set-
that was cool.
Dude, there were many. That porch heard many ups and many downs, many highs and lows of my life. That year and a half, 2 years we lived there was like,
Yeah.
like crazy, epic. I mean, I would go back to it now. I mean,
Man.
well, especially now that the house is redone and there's actually central
Yeah,
air.
that shit was rough at the time.
But
dog. We were paying like
It seemed like a,
No, we paid-
like
we
a
were paying-
historical district house.
okay, so
it was
her,
built 1901.
yeah,
Wow,
yeah,
I didn't know that.
So
we were
the-
paying $800,
for 4 of us total, $800.
$200 a piece to be there.
That's cool.
And fight rats and everything else.
No, we
Everything
ain't
else-
bullshitting ghosts.
And fight rats.
Hey,
I'm
listen,
dead
Ghost,
serious,
dude.
bro.
I got Reese when I
Ghost?
lived there, and Reese
don't
is a
believe in
brilliant
ghosts,
dog.
man.
She was a
Come
brilliant
on.
dog from the beginning, and I got her when we've been living like 6 months, so she was about 1.5 2 years when we moved out. And dude, she would be laying there on my bed, and I'd hear some creaks, or I wouldn't even hear anything, and all of a sudden she would just be staring right up where the
It's the
stairs.
rats, though, not ghosts.
No.
Look.
I wouldn't hear anything. She would stare, and like her head would like follow something all the way because the stairs went down, and I was in the bottom bedroom, right? And the stairs down the stair, from upstairs, were basically built into that room.
I went up there whenever the cops came that night.
Did you?
Yeah. Shout out to those cops that busted that party. They were cool as shit.
Yeah.
They put
They were kind of funny, actually.
they were funny as
There
shit.
were people hiding in the closets.
They took us across the street.
My
And they were
wife
like,
was one of them.
they were like, listen, we know there's a lot of underage drinking here.
Dude,
I
the
was
funny
like,
part
yeah,
was-
sure. He goes, I'm gonna give you 10 minutes to kick everybody out.
Nah, he like typed
Nice.
all.
He goes, but you guys can keep the girls.
He,
We're like,
yeah. He goes. He types all
I'll
our.
arrest
he
them
types,
individually.
Yeah, he types all our names. Yeah, fucking.
Yeah, he's
freak.
like, all y'all's records are clean. So
No. He types our names in. Like mine goes first, and there was like ticket, DWI, this,
Oh,
because
yeah.
I had just got it recently. I mean, I had a laundry list, and he's like, "Huh, you're throwing the party." Reads Mikey's, our buddy Mikey.
oh, you don't want to read his.
Handful of
Dougal?
yeah.
Like
The
three-
guy who
three
raps
felonies.
with me.
Yeah.
Handful of felonies, this, that, and the other shit. And he goes, huh? And he goes to John, and then like his was squeaky clean. And he's like, all right, man.
I was like, my dad was a cop. My
Yeah,
dad's a cop.
he's like, all right. He's like, all right, get these people out of here.
He literally said, he goes, we're going to stay here for 10 minutes. And
Yeah.
I walked in. I remember going, if you don't leave, you get the fuck out.
Yeah.
And dude, it was like,
But it was an epic night, dude.
But there was
That
about,
a bomb-ass
there was
party,
probably
though.
like
Yeah.
20, 25 people still upstairs
Yeah.
that hung out.
I was
and,
most
like, partied
proud of
that
that
night.
party. That was good.
Dude, we went through.
I'm completely out of the loop, but I hope people are still doing like house parties.
Dude, they need
I
I
have
haven't
no
been to a
idea.
house, bro. We moved every ounce of
Dude, we're
furniture
old,
out of that
John.
house to
You're
have that
with
party.
me now.
Yeah, look. But see, house parties, we still do like cookouts at the houses and all at our
Yeah,
house.
yeah,
And like, cause
yeah.
dude, house, there's
It's
nothing
different than a 7-keg house party.
Do you know how we cleaned the next day? I went and got the
With
mop
a
buckets.
pressure washer.
I went and got the mop buckets and everything from Moe's. We had all the restaurant shit in there.
No,
No
but
shit.
sure. Hold on, you hit something good here because I'll never like. I don't even know if kids experience this now, but this, like you just said, the 7 keggers. Like I remember in
yeah.
high school,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
like, dude, I know there's a triple kegger
You
over
would
here
measure
across
the
way.
party based on the amount
Dude,
of kegs.
yeah. We
Yeah.
went through 3 kegs and 15 gallons of PJ in about 3.5 hours.
Yeah,
Yep.
dude,
That night.
and that was
Wow.
the ticket, man.
Not to mention the other 5 or 6 cases we had hidden.
It's a gamble. You really didn't know how many
Yeah.
people were going to show up. Like you
Bro,
know
that house
the
was
hype
packed.
behind
There
it.
had to have been 150 people.
But dude,
there.
but honestly, what's more? And I think that's what makes it so fun. Because it's like, man, you're not in a fucking bar. You ain't got to worry about some bouncer cracking your head open.
Everybody
or,
has a
like,
connection there.
exactly, and so there's really only a problem.
There's a
with,
route to every
when-
female.
That's the other problem.
but the only problems that occur is when an opposing party just wants to like, be that person at that time, like the dude getting put through the beer pong table, like that.
Oh yeah,
that
yeah.
doesn't
There's
happen.
no one there except for the patrons to.
Yeah, just like your friends and connections of friends, and it's like everybody like it's whatever. But dude, all the games. I remember like the beer Olympics we used to do at Justin's
Holy
place.
shit! What an epic time that was.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah,
dude.
bro.
Some of the best times. Yeah.
Holy shit.
And I mean real Olympics, like
Dude, when
playing-
you guys called me and you said, "Don't leave me," I was like, "What is Jeff and because we didn't really hang out that much." I'm like, "Oh, like the older guys, what do they want?" And they're like, "We know you can chug beers. we need an anchor for the boot race. And I was like, and I went to Justin's that night. We had practice. And practice consisted of us sitting around chugging beers out of these fucking glass boots for like 2 hours. I was like, I don't know if I can drive home. Like, fuck.
Is it tomorrow?
Yeah. But man, that beer Olympics, dude, he had a full-fledged fucking DJ out there.
Yeah,
Like,
dude. I remember I was involved. Yeah.
Yeah, that Silvatera house
Heavy.
saw some shit.
Oh my God, dude.
Dude, liquor luges used to be the big craze, but like I was never. I think
That was a high class party if they had a liquor luge.
for real.
Oh, yeah.
It was mainly for the girls though. That's how you knew it was like.
Well, fucking liquor luge cost like $250.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To get that
But
block
I'm
of
saying-
ice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. But I did enjoy the creative liquor luges. You know, like how they would like make it something cool.
Like a statue.
Yeah, like
Ice
one-
statue.
It's
like-
the very high dollar party.
It
That's,
is.
that's what we have. Every Megacorp party you walk in, there's a big ice thing with Megacorp in it.
I think the craziest parties I went to in
That's
high
legs,
school.
He's doing it right, dude. Mad
Like
respect.
big, he's big dicking. That's I can tell you that.
Dude, he should.
But he's still very down to earth and chill.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. High school was legendary. That shit was a lot of fun. I think because speaking of land development, like because Wilmington was still underdeveloped and there was properties that got not like Ocean Forest Lakes. There was one time we had a big keg party off of going towards
Fucking Myrtle Grove Road.
Yeah, Myrtle Grove
that was
Road,
Dylan.
dude.
You're talking about
that was
going down
Karen's.
Myrtle Grove Road
Yeah.
towards Carolina Beach
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the
Yeah,
right.
Dylan
Yeah.
Cairns.
I
do
know
that.
exactly what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
I remember
yeah.
that party.
dude. Because I will never forget.
First of all, there weren't too many there. I only
there
went to
wasn't,
a couple.
and I was so pissed. But here's what's funny though.
It was a great spot.
I remember
I'm
there.
gonna
I remember
shout-
there being like 8 beer pong tables.
This
Yeah.
is a
Yeah.
classic.
With,
Tom-
that was
this is
the
a
weird ass
classic-
shit we used to do.
Yeah, classic Tom Kaiser story. Shows up late to every party in his fucking life. I'm like, all right, dude, get a case of beer, you know, because I mean, it was hard to get it. I mean, he brings the whole thing. Cops come. Tom's running, clearly not getting caught, throws the whole thing. And, you know, we had left the party. We had left all our, because we weren't 21, so like that was our only option. We went back
I
searching.
don't think
for
any
that
of us were.
We went searching for that beer and never fucking found it. And that was the worst thing. But that
Wow.
was shit you had to deal with in high school, right?
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, I remember running from the cops in Ocean Forest Lakes with my
dude,
damn-
Ocean Forest Lakes,
my
that was a
headlights
spot.
off and just my fog lamps
Yeah.
on the Jeep,
yeah.
just hauling ass through trails, watching the police explore behind me, going, "Well, I hope I can beat this motherfucker."
That place was only one that I went to a couple times. Maybe y'all did after I left, but only a couple times. And I was like, this is the fucking perfect spot.
yeah.
Ocean Forest Lakes was another one that
Yeah.
we did all the fucking time.
the,
Dude, that one was
the original North End.
I can remember. Yeah, that's what I was
Oh.
just about to say. The other one was the North End before it was regulated
Park,
like it is
yeah.
now. You would go out there and you could do whatever the
That
fuck
was the
you
Wild
wanted,
West,
no
bro.
matter
You could
what.
shoot guns. I mean,
Well,
nobody,
we-
nobody.
I
do
remember
shit.
Sam Smith going like 60, 70 mile an hour in his Tacoma and just pulling
Yeah.
the e-brake and doing 360s.
Yeah, it was like that. Driving over the dunes, dude.
You could drive back in
I
the
remember
dunes.
people driving over the dunes. Like, dude, you'll be on the
And now you
news
get-
if you drive over the
Yeah,
dunes.
now
right
you-
now.
yeah.
Oh
now
yeah,
you get
you're
your legs
arrested,
cut
dude.
off,
Yeah,
you
you're
know.
done. Like pass
Yeah.
revoked. And we're back in there having 100-person goddamn bonfire parties.
Yeah. I can remember at Ocean Forest Lakes one night. I am not even fucking shitting you, dude. Somebody came out there with a shit car. Okay, no problem. You got a shit car. They let the party set it on fire.
Dude, I was there.
Okay,
for
set
that.
it on fire. The next day,
Yeah.
they were dragging that car around Ocean Forest Lakes, dude. Driving over it and shit.
What
Like,
the fuck?
just
Who did that?
crazy
Dude,
shit.
I remember it, dude. Just
I remember it. They were older than us.
yeah, I was about to say a lot of times because a lot of parties we went to, like we even went to parties at UNCW. I remember that,
of course, yeah.
and it was like
We used to tell people we were back.
It was like a party network, dude. It was before Facebook, Instagram, any of that. It
Yeah.
was just your group of friends. You would hit everybody up and find out what the deal is for the
And
weekend.
if nothing was going on, you would just drive down McMillan and wait till you heard
If
something.
nothing was going on, you'd make something.
Yeah.
you damn do what you got to do. Like I
At
remember,
one of those locations you just said.
Yeah,
like Megan,
exactly.
like my buddy Cameron, shout out Cameron, Cameron No. This man got a keg one time, and he like never does this shit. And then that happened. House fell through. So we found a random cul-de-sac off Beasley Road, and like,
I remember this shit.
or no, off a Holly Tree.
Holly Tree.
No,
Holly Tree.
shit.
There was
We
a
were
neighborhood
over
getting
there.
developed.
Okay, I know right where you're talking
We
about.
dropped a
Yeah,
keg
yeah,
right
I
in the
know
cul-de-sac, and because
We parked our cars in circles.
no
and
problem.
drank.
Yeah.
We just sat there and had a fucking party.
Wait
in
till the cops
cul-de-sac.
show up and leave.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, figure it out then.
Yeah.
Or like, I remember the time that the party got busted. And we put the keg in the back of Jaren's Isuzu Trooper, and there was about 11 cars deep, just following them around town till we found somewhere to go.
God knows.
That shit. Is so
But I did
funny,
address
man.
that though, man, on the last podcast. Like being out there on July 4th, being at Dockside the other day, it's not as popping as it was like Because on July 4th, dude, we were out there with
I heard
like
you say
20,
that, yeah.
20 boats tied
I
up.
would agree, man.
They just don't
get
do it like we used to.
I'm just gonna sound super old if I give my opinion.
Nah, dude, give me your opinion,
I just
bro.
feel like it's a symptom of social media, dude. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, they see all those people all the time. They're doing all their work on the front end, you know, with females and stuff.
Yeah.
Texting everybody and trying to figure out what you're doing that night.
Yeah.
It's not like it used to be as to where you would meet the person for the weekend or whatever.
Right, like the
At
text
the
was like on Friday at school, like
Bingo,
everyone knows,
dude.
like, dude, tomorrow night we're
You had a
stoked.
network of people
Yeah,
you
we're
would
going
hit
there.
up, dude, and that kept y'all tight. I'm talking about like multi high school, multi, you know, college in this area.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, 'cause
everyone ran together.
You'd be
And
like,
now
oh,
it's
that's a Laney party. That's a Hogger party. And
Bingo.
then, like you
But
show
we'd
up.
still go.
Yeah,
we
you
would
would.
still go. I mean,
Oh, no.
Oh
for
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Because well, that's what playing sports helped out a lot.
that's
too.
where the friction came in too.
You damn
Oh,
right.
yeah,
you damn right.
And I
Yeah.
thought this before, like, yeah, it 100% was Ashley versus Hoggard. I mean, I remember like Sia's party, right? Like we got in a huge brawl. It was like 15 on 15, Ashley versus Hoggard.
Well,
kids.
yeah.
I
And,
think
like,
that was my brother, dude. I was not there.
Your brother got hit with a
Your
lacrosse
brother
stick.
stayed. You know why?
Yeah,
He stayed.
yeah.
Listen,
He
we,
fish hooked somebody, didn't he?
Well,
did
he stayed.
something
We
with
all
him.
dipped, and he stayed, and then we found out later
Yeah.
that
All right, dude. Besides your brother
Wow.
getting hurt,
Yeah.
the funny part about that, though, when we were leaving, when the cops were coming after the scuffle happened. Well, first off, this one kid, this is shout out to JD. This dude goes to push JD. JD catches him under his palms on his wrist,
hey,
lifts
the
him
air.
up, and
Oh,
puts
yeah.
him through a
he
fence.
goes,
up.
and JD goes, "You just fucked up," and
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh no," because I
That's
grew up
what
with
sparked
JD.
it,
I was like,
yeah.
"Dude, that's a bull that sees red and it's over, right?"
Yeah.
And this dude
My
like
kind of dude.
Put this man through a
my
fence into a
went
tree.
through the fence, going nuts. And anyways, the cops come. We're all scattering about, right? And we get into to somebody's Explorer. I think it was Drake's. Getting to Drake's Explorer. I got Mikey.
Drake Curry,
Yeah, got Mikey beside me on my right, Arizona on my left, and somebody,
Arizona.
and
My
somebody-
God. Shout out Arizona.
check-
Hey, shout out to your new kid,
If he ain't
Arizona.
listening,
Congratulations. He
send
listens
him
every
on.
Oh,
week.
he listens.
He listens. We sent him
Dude,
koozies and everything.
Arizona, I
Arizona-
miss you, brother. I
Hey, he
love
just
you,
had a baby
Dustin.
last week, man. Hope
Yeah.
everything's well.
So Arizona's on my left, and then somebody's up front. I can't remember who it was. And so Drake turns the car on. He puts it in drive. We're about to go, and we hear on the back, like on the back windshield. Turn around. It's fucking Tom Kaiser. He's
late to the ride.
he's like, let me fucking in. I'm like, Tom, goddamn.
Why would you do
and
that?
Then all of a sudden, we see the lights, and Drake starts driving, and Tom's sprinting after the car. And so the cop wasn't behind us at first, but Drake saw the lights, got spooked, started driving. Tom's chasing the car. The cops.
Oh yeah, y'all are obvious
Check
as
this
hell.
out.
What do you mean?
No, check this out. Oh, I can't control shit. And then the cops swarm our shit, and Tom's like, oh, God. And Tom like is like freaking out, and the dudes they come up like hands on their guns about like, what the fuck are y'all doing? This, that, and the other, and they're like shining their lights in. They thought we were dragging Tom behind the fucking Explorer, like about to kill him. And so, but now check this out. So in the midst of this, Mikey had just committed all his crimes, right? Because this was at that time. He was like
He's
in
2
limbo.
years younger.
I don't know anything about
He's
this.
he's 2 years younger than us, and so we're 18, and he had gotten in
No,
trouble.
we were 17. He was 15, right?
Yeah.
And he had just got in trouble, done all this shit. Anyways, he's like, I'm bailing. I was like, are you sure? He goes, yeah, fuck it. I was like, go. He hits the door. We start running, right? We're running through these nice houses. The cop didn't chase us because he was busy over there fucking with them. And dude, to this day, Mikey says he was running faster than me. And I can tell you, with all that I'm sitting here, he was not beating me in this race. But you know what did happen, right? I was running so fast. This is what I try to remind him. I ran into a fucking a little 3 foot high stone
like
wall.
stone wall.
Oh
The
my
stone-
God!
Because
dude.
the floodlight didn't come on. I hit it. A toenail splits in half. Right, I fell. Floodlight comes on,
And Mikey starts laughing at him and jumps
toenail
yeah.
over it.
splits in half.
dude. Because I found out later. Because I felt it. I was like, oh my God, my fucking toe. And dude, and he runs over. He's
Oh,
laughing,
shit.
and that's why he thinks he won the fucking race. And then I
Not
get
a
up.
race.
Yes, it is, dude. And then I get the fuck up. We're
Oh, it gets
running,
better.
and this white Suburban is like going down the street because we're like at least 8 houses down by now. Because I mean, I was hauling ass. And anyway, they jog up beside it because it was kind of cruising. I guess trying not to be conspicuous. And dude, we just walked right up to it, and like the dude rolls down. Happens to be somebody that Mikey played golf with, like
No shit.
when we were like 8. And he goes, Mikey? And Mikey's like, yeah. And he opens the door and we jump in and they give us like the getaway. And then we found out about your brother and I felt terrible. But,
Holy
but,
shit!
But dude,
Dude,
that
so
was a
Drake's
fucking
car.
night.
Drake's car's on the right side of the road. I'm parked on the left, and I don't know if you've ever been to see his crib.
yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So like
It's
a
cul-de-sac, right?
Yeah, well, so like look
Yeah.
like across from her driveway is that road, and there's like 4 houses, and then it ends, and they put like a median in there, but then they put all these bushes up, and like there's another neighborhood over it, but they wanted to block it off. So I'm facing the bushes, and I'm like, I look to my right, and I'm in my like the lifted Grand Cherokee and shit, and I see the cops behind Drake. I'm like, oh fuck. There's another one around in the corner. I'm like, well, this dude's just gonna block me in. Like, I'm screwed. And so I put that motherfucker in 4-wheel drive and just hit the gas, and I ruined the flowers and bushes. I said, y'all ain't getting me.
Dude,
I said,
my
y'all ain't
life
getting me.
is in danger.
Yeah.
Dude, I put it in 4-wheel drive,
Dude.
and I mowed over this shit. And I was like, fuck it. And they're like, oh my God. And I'm just into the next neighborhood, and I was out. We all met up
It's
at
so
Pat's
wild
house.
we survived all that shit, dude.
Dude, I
Honestly,
can't believe
I've done
it.
so many things like that. I know everybody has.
Yeah. But it's funny. I just
Dude,
had to
like-
tell that story because, like, shout out to Tom. He has that George Costanza look. So, like,
Shout out to all that time, dude.
dude, it was a
God
great
knows,
fucking
man.
time. It
But
was a great
Wilmington
time.
was a great place to grow up. It really
Oh,
was.
I'm
man.
thankful. Fucking thankful.
Yeah. The North End parties after
Super
football
biased.
games were fun too.
Oh, yeah, we're biased.
The
yeah,
what?
for sure.
The North End parties after the football games.
Oh shit. God knows, dude.
Mhm.
And again, it was just where you could go,
That's it.
wherever it was.
That's
You'd
it.
hit your network up. Okay, nothing.
It's like,
Let's
dude,
go to one of
Yeah,
these.
we'll just make it ourselves.
looking
standards. Yeah.
Looking back on it now, dude, it really was like Dazed and Confused, like that movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen it, but like
Especially pre-internet.
that's what I'm saying. Like we weren't really on it like that, you know. And you had a handful of your friends had cell phones. I mean, not everybody really had it, but
No,
it was a good time.
no. I remember if you had a cell phone, you were somebody back then.
Yeah, like I got mine junior year, like you know what I mean, like. But whatever.
Okay, Spangler. Do you hear me?
All right, yeah. So one last little story about
No,
the
this
past.
is basically just shit talking. This is beef.
Okay. Oh shit.
Clear
Never
it.
mind. So he's talking to
I'm
Captain
just
DW
kidding, dude.
right now. That's who
You
he's
know I
talking
love
to.
Spangler, but it's a funny story. So my dad holds Spangler in the highest regard
Mhm.
whenever it comes to fishing. Like
Yeah.
he's the dude. If we're going fishing, he asked me to call him. so one time we wanted to go back into his holes, which were right back the backside of Fort Fisher. Y'all know that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the bays. Yeah.
So, anyways, dude, top quality. I love Dennis. He did everything right, but it was just funny. We pulled up to, I think it was like the last spot of the day, or maybe the second to last. But
You can't even tell it.
so we pull up to this spot where, honest to God, Dad and I have been before. We have fished red drum there before, and we're like, Spangler, man, tell us where we need to go. What's going on? He's like, Spangler's like, man, I've never been to this spot before. I ain't never been to this spot before, but we'll check it out. See what's going on here.
I've heard this.
So
story.
I'm in
It's
the
so
front.
funny.
I'm in the front casting, and Dad's in the back checking out that GPS. He wants to see what's going on, dude. He wants to see what Spangler's got on there. So we pull up to the spot, and this motherfucker has fishing hole number 1 sighted on that GPS, dude. Like fishing hole number 1. And he was like, I ain't never been here before. So, dude, we roasted him that day. My God,
Dude.
he put us on a bunch of shit, but it was just so fucking funny, dude.
Dude,
I didn't think Spangler would do that to me. I didn't think he would do that to me. And we pull up and it's right fucking there.
dude, and no bullshit. Like I swear to God, I saw you like 4 years ago at Dockside, and Denny was there, and your dad saw him, and he fucking started roasting him about to
Destroyed
say,
him about
Yeah,
that.
you're
Every-
right.
Yes, it destroyed him about
We
that.
were just hurt. More than anything.
You
We were
lying
hurt. We're
motherfucker.
like, oh my God, dude. You gotta straight out do that to us. What's he saying?
dude,
And he said, "Oh, here we go." When he started-
oh man,
That's his business.
What's
I
up,
get it.
Fathom?
I'm just fucking with him.
no, but
Oh my God.
I couldn't imagine what your dad said to him on that. Boat.
Oh, dude.
Uh,
Dude, Dad still clowns on it. It's hilarious.
just priceless shit, man.
That's so fucking.
I
good.
tell you what, Jeff, man, we've talked about a little bit of everything, like present, past. What's up with the future? What you got?
You know, brother, honestly, I just want to do my part in making our community as good as we can. You know, as far
Hell
as
yeah.
my little portion of land development and trying to get us the highest and best use for every piece of property we got out here and make a little money in the meantime.
In between, I hear you, dude. Yeah, I mean, I think.
I can't appreciate you guys enough, honestly. I can't tell y'all how much I enjoy to hear my buddies, talking about our town, about
Yeah.
the people that I know, about this area, man.
Yeah.
I love y'all and thank y'all, man.
Hey, man,
Seriously.
love you too,
Dude,
brother.
yeah, we're glad you come
And
on.
dude,
man.
thanks for having you on, man.
But so NFL season's around the corner. Are you watching preseason or NFL?
Of
at all?
course. Dude, I watch football when it comes on, dude.
Did you watch the Skins game last night?
I did not. No, I didn't. I'm sorry. I was with the family. I did not watch it last night. No, but the Skins are my team, and I appreciate the Washington team.
Yeah, so that's all coming up. If you want to be in the pick'em, we can do it.
Yeah.
Well, send me some shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna set it up online, so it'll be like you just log in and make your. It's not.
Oh,
gonna be like
and by the way, if you made it to this point, if you want to get into the pick'em, please let us know.
yeah, hit us up.
DM us.
It's gonna be against the spread, and most amount of picks at the end of the whole thing is gonna win.
Yep.
So you get 1 point if you get the pick
Unlimited
right.
entry. Or...
No, I mean no. So like each week you're gonna log on under your name.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
You're gonna
okay.
pick right. It'll be by the spread. So whatever Skins plus.
Yeah.
They'll be plus most
Yeah.
time.
And we'll figure.
And
we'll
you have
figure
a
out.
college and an NFL.
No, so
docket?
this one's just gonna be NFL.
Yeah.
We're gonna do our like locks of the week.
College are the best bets, man.
Bro, I love college football.
Yeah.
There's nothing I cannot wait. We got like 2 weeks. I think the 28th is the first college game.
Yeah.
But we play
Yeah, it
we
is
play
the
UNC out the gate.
Really?
Dude, UNC.
Yeah,
Out
Virginia
there-
Tech.
out
plays
They're
you-
nationally ranked 14.
Are you serious?
Mac Brown
Mac Brown.
in the house.
Hey.
Yeah. I played Warzone with a wide receiver from UNC.
No shit, dude.
Yeah, so a buddy of mine, so Jordan.
You're a VT fan.
Yeah.
He is. Yeah.
What
I
are
mean,
you, James?
dude. I mean, technically a Carolina fan. I mean, I grew up watching.
There we go. You
The
should
Tar
be.
Heels. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, but my dad went to ECU. And,
Dude, Carolina football, man. Holy fucking shit.
hey,
What a turnaround, huh?
Let's go, dude. Let's go.
Look, I'm jacked about it. I know. Young John, our buddy that we had on, Taft's son. He's jacked about it. And
So that's how I knew. He hit me up and was like, "Wow, first game of the season." So we play
where's it at though?
in Blacksburg on a Friday night.
Ooh.
Damn, no shit.
Good fucking luck, UNC.
Damn.
Hell
yeah. You just don't come to Blacksburg on a night game and expect to walk over.
No,
I
Mad
will say,
respect,
going to
mad
those games
respect.
up there when I did go, it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Dude, it
top
was
five.
fucking
It's a
wild.
top 5 college football entrance.
Dude, Levin Neal told me some stories about getting recruited by VT.
Yeah, well, and Jaron told me something too.
Yeah.
Frank Beamer was flying down to
Yeah.
Wilmington
Bingo.
to visit Jaron.
Yeah.
And Jaron called him a week before he was going to do it and said, "I'm going to NC State."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jaron told me he wishes he'd have gone to Tech.
Yeah.
Because he would have been focused on football.
Yeah. Well,
I said, "Who gives a fuck, dude?
hey man, life
You're
happens.
still living."
Oh,
chilling,
for
It's all
sure.
good.
doing
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
But man, it was cool though. Like that Thursday night game against Florida State, NC State, when Jaron balled out,
dude.
dude,
That
he
was
balled.
the shit.
He had like
Seeing Jaron
170
catch
yards
that
and
pass.
two touchdowns.
My God, dude.
Yeah.
The touchdown, the
That was
bomb in the end
Multiple.
zone when he.
I remember, dude. I remember
Oh.
sitting there on the couch watching it,
Dude, that was sick.
freaking the fuck out.
We went to a
I
party
think
that
the
night.
entire
This is a
town
good
of Wilmington.
story.
Yeah.
We went to a party that night. I was with Ross and Kyle. We went to a party on 5th and Marsteller with Brandon Mitchell and TJ and Josh and all them. Yeah, we were the only white kids there, that's for sure. But we were all there. Just it was the night after Jaron killed Florida State, and I remember just I don't even know who knew him, but like everyone was just talking about Jaron. Like you couldn't stop talking about Jaron.
Yep.
And I mean that was fucking awesome to see that, and yeah, it is what it is. But
Yeah.
Dude, those guys were those caliber athletes, man. No question.
dude,
And that's what's so crazy about the NFL in general is just the fact that it's not just what you can, how you can perform. It's not just that.
yeah,
There's all sorts of things that you have to do on the back end. Get the right agent. I mean, really.
Yeah.
no, for
Obviously,
sure.
there are outliers that run 4 240s. I mean,
Well, and with the internet now, I mean, the outliers you can find them easier. Back in the day, I mean, how are you going to find that one
Yeah.
guy?
Well, like we just knew even like back then, like junior high school, sophomore year, I'm watching Levin lift, and I'm like, this kid is
Yeah.
fucking 17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
it's
massive.
to get to the NFL and be successful, dude. I'm telling you, I think that coachability has a lot to do with it. Look at
Mhm.
Oh, for
Highsmith,
sure.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the best kids. I don't know him at all, but I just have to assume the way that he presents himself. I know Sam Highsmith very well.
Right.
Yeah.
He knows how to act. He knows how to be coached. He has, the prerequisite The height, the speed.
It's just
everything.
wild. Like, I'm watching the Hall of Fame game last week, right? They play the Cowboys. Cowboys are driving down the field. They're on like the 7. Dude drops back to pass. Highsmith puts the left tackle into a fucking washing machine. I mean, hits him with the smoothest spin I've seen in a long time.
He should.
And gets a sack.
He's a first string guy.
And, he will be.
Oh, yeah.
He will be.
Yeah.
Now that Dupree's gone. And, like, I watch him get the sack, and I'm like, holy fuck. Like, I was a senior in high school, and this short, pudgy kid was out there at the football practice.
I remember him playing Pop Warner, dude. I used to referee the Pop Warner games. You're right, John. Yeah. He was
didn't
not
grow.
that
he
guy.
Didn't grow until he was like 18, 19 years old.
Even when he was a senior in high school, there's a picture, because he graduated my brother's class. There's a picture of my brother. My brother played baseball at senior high school just to run bases because he was a soccer player. And he's sliding home against Hoggard. Safe, by the way. And then, like, the guy on deck was fucking Highsmith and just, muffin top, fucking tall, just, okay, there's just a big kid, but not NFL. I mean, it's just, but it just goes to show you, everybody out there, you work hard, put your nose at the grind, and accept criticism, and you'll go a long way.
Yeah, dude. And that guy, I don't know him, but it looks like, and everything I've heard, a little bit of a late bloomer. He wasn't that
late
dude
bloomer,
in high school.
He was 6'1" his freshman year of college. Yeah. Now he's 6'4".
Because my brother,
that is so fucking cool to me to see somebody from New Hanover County doing that kind of shit. Though.
Doing it. Like as
exactly.
The only other star NFL guy from here is Algie Crumpler.
Connor.
And Connor.
Not a star, but
yes.
Connor's a star. Sorry.
Yeah, of course.
He's a star in our area.
For sure. Absolutely. Yeah. Right. And there's nothing against kickers. It's just a different situation. It's a different position. It's a different thing.
For sure.
But now you have this kid who was a walk-on. Connor was a baller in high school. He was a baller at UNC, and he was very good in the NFL. This kid was unrecruited.
At Charlotte.
Walked on to Charlotte when they had just started the program. Became the all-time sacks leader his senior year for Charlotte, and then gets drafted in the 3rd round of Pittsburgh Steelers, which historically probably has the best defense in the history of the NFL.
Yeah, and now did well. They were undefeated last year until
And then and Dupree tears his ACL halfway through. Alex gets put in as a starter, and held his own. He picked off Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Like that shit. And after the game, he did the interview. He goes, "Oh yeah, they ran that play on me in the first quarter, and I bit." He said, "I wasn't gonna let that happen again." Yep. Sure enough, they ran the same play in the 3rd quarter. He dropped back.
Coachability, man. I honestly believe
that kid's his work ethic and his mentality is bar none. Probably,
but the coachability, that is
right.
You could be a stud, but if you can't be coached, or at least, look, you might not agree with the coach, but at the end of the day, he's the coach, and you got to do it. If you butt heads with that,
I couldn't agree more, Dave.
You know what I mean? You're gonna fuck the whole system up. And I've experienced it just from coaching myself.
How much do you think? And this was one thing that I thought about. I know that we were closing out, but how much do you think? I have so much respect for the soccer team at Ashley High School, and I think a lot of it has to do. And I didn't coming in, and I think a lot of it has to do with y'all's coach and how he made y'all. In the very beginning, Giles was awesome, but in the very beginning, I know everybody fucking hated that guy.
Oh, Bo, yeah.
But he was a hardcore motherfucker, dude.
Look, and here's the deal.
I
man.
like that kind
Wait,
of
hold
shit.
on. Who was the coach before Giles?
It was Coach Bo. He was my freshman year. Jeff's he was there for Jeff's. He was head coach for Jeff's freshman and sophomore year. My freshman year, because I played varsity freshman year, and dude, look, he was a scary. He was just a hard nosed dude. Was in the Army, airborne, all that shit. But look, man, I respond well to that. Some people.
Yeah, I did too.
Some people don't, and that was the whole deal. And then when those people that don't respond well to it, you have to see, not like NFL or pros. You have parents that come and complain and they bitch at the fucking. And I'm sitting there like, dude, my whole life I've had all my coaches prior to him were all kind of hard asses. I never had a rah, we can do it, boys. I've always had a hard ass coach. Didn't really fuck with me.
I like that shit.
Because I'm not gonna lie to you, he left, and then Coach Giles is a hard ass motherfucker too. Because he went to the Citadel, and he likes his shit. Everything his fucking way. And if you don't, you're not getting on the field. It's just a fact. Doesn't
Both
matter.
of those coaches.
And then what y'all do senior year?
What do you mean?
You finished 4th in the state.
Oh yeah. We came a long way. Because dude, Ashley, in terms of athletes, man, because they split the schools up, right? A lot of them were still at Hoggard. We had athletes. We had a lot of rats. You know what I mean?
On a football team, I know, dude.
Yeah, so it's like, man, we didn't really have much, and especially in soccer, we had 6 guys that played on the club, like played travel ball. Everybody else is just showing up.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Compared to these
In
other
soccer,
schools,
that's huge. Dude.
well, yeah, compared to these
Yeah.
other schools, every single person was on a travel team, like a Hogger Hanover, not Laney, obviously, but like those 2 schools, man, that's where all the travel kids played. So it took a lot of discipline and heart and all that. But for me, I'd rather be an underdog any fucking day of the week, any day of the week.
Yeah,
because you're expected to lose, and when you win, it's the greatest.
And y'all were the
feeling.
heroes, dude, because we were getting
felt
spanked
great.
so hard in football until
Bro,
my senior year. I mean,
Y'all senior
were.
year,
Horrible.
y'all senior
Yeah,
year.
Because they
y'all-
were there at the same time.
I feel like
You know
y'all
what's funny?
senior year could have gone a lot better.
Senior year was our best, dude. It's the best year Ashley ever had. We were in
8
the
and
second
3,
round
right?
of the playoffs.
Yeah,
8
yeah.
and 3, I think. Is
Yeah,
what y'all
8 and
finished.
3 was our record.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should have been 10 and 1
Yeah, I mean,
if it wasn't for some.
and Levin got hurt, dude.
Yeah.
Levin was our number 1 athlete.
And you got hurt in
I
the
know.
beginning, didn't you?
Dude, Jaron was the man. I know. Levin was right there.
No, but y'all's defense
I mean,
was insane. Think about the defensive line, dude. Defensive line was nuts. Josh Lindquist,
Oh yeah,
right? You had Sam
Gaudy.
Oh my
Gaudy.
god, that
Sam
dude
Big
was-
Gaudy.
Steve Nunez was a fucking hell of a defensive end.
Nunez was
No question.
I think Nunez got hit of the week like 3 weeks
He
that
did,
year.
dude. That was his. He's a big motherfucker.
Taking
dude.
kids'
Yeah.
heads off was like his
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, you know what's funny? That's back when the newspaper meant something. And like,
Oh, yeah.
you
Oh
know-
no, the sports that night, dude. Everyone tuned into the
Well,
On
that-
WECT,
W-
that was the shit.
That was
too.
the
Yeah.
shit.
Both of those.
We'd go to
Oh,
B
dude,
Dubs
I just-
and we'd all be watching the shit from 2 hours ago.
Dude,
It usually
if
was
you
us
were
getting
on
our
the
ass
news,
spanked.
Oh
and
my
and
It was a
fucking
big
and Lloyd
deal, man.
Atkinson at the head of the table, like, oh, sorry about the 7 interceptions. It's like,
Yeah.
it's okay, Lloyd. Who ended up playing tight end at
Whatever, dude.
NC State.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Atkinson?
Yeah, Lloyd did.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he played tight end
Wow.
at NC State. Yeah.
Holy shit! I know exactly what you're talking about.
Mhm.
He actually went to Myrtle Grove Christian with me.
Great guy.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean that was it.
Well, dude, Jeff, loved having you on, bro. And listen,
What a
if y'all
fun
go to
time this
Carolina
was.
Beach, go down there and eat at Stoked.
Yeah, go check it
Right?
out.
Go check it out.
Please do. Would
Because
love to
honestly,
have
if you were listening, man, the dude put a lot of work into it and got it the way he wanted it, and he seems happy with it. So, and I gotta still fucking eat there myself. So,
Man, y'all let me know whenever you want. It's all me.
I've had
Let's
beers
go.
there
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, especially during the summer, dude, it is popping
Mhm.
on Friday and Saturday.
it's gonna
and
be popping
Sunday.
tomorrow
They did a
night.
lot of
I'm
Tomorrow's
development.
telling you, brother.
tomorrow's
it
Carolina
really
Beach
is.
Music Festival.
Yeah, it always is, dude. We
Is
couldn't
it?
fit another person in there.
Really?
Honestly,
Yo,
It's like
Carolina
that.
Beach is
with tourists on the weekend.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
bro. The
Yeah.
come up down there has been nice.
Yeah.
it has.
It's
Yeah,
been great.
Yeah, the last couple of years has been.
Y'all
really
had some
nice.
good fucking timing on that, bud.
Yeah,
For sure.
fellas, I so appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
I seriously do. Thank y'all for having me on.
Yeah,
Yep.
I
thank
feel
you,
honored,
man.
and I love you guys.
Hey, love you too, brother. Hey, everybody on chat, thanks for tuning in.
We'll catch you guys next week.
Peace.
Later.